It's time for Minute Toros Hockey on the Toros Hockey Network. Minute Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Integrity Outdoor Living, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, Planet Pizza, Pro Style Production, and Coulter Energy. Now, let's go live to the Farmers Union pregame show with the radio voice of the Toros, Ken Oda.
Welcome to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Blake Friars, joined alongside Brad Barut. Tonight's matchup is Central Division matchup. The first place Minute Toros with a record of 37, 17, and 4. And they're playing the second team. Minnesota Wilderness is coming in with a record of 31, 21, 4. And they're in the second Central Division. So tonight it's a 1 versus 2 matchup, and it should be a really good game tonight.
It's that time of year where we're getting ready. Next week's playoffs start in the North American Hockey League, and both these teams have punched their ticket for some time now, so it's kind of a formality weekend this weekend. But it's always good to have momentum going into that playoffs, and this weekend looks to be an interesting matchup against a team we just very well will meet in the playoffs.
No implications for the standings, but this could be a potential playoff matchup down on the road.
Oh, absolutely, and I think with the way the teams have played throughout the year, I would, a betting man would put them into the second round and a matchup, and boy, would that be a dandy.
Absolutely.
Look at the key players tonight. I was going through the Minnesota Wilderness and thinking about theirs this afternoon, and they kind of have two guys that stand out. The first one is Michael Zubani. He's a Bentley signing. He's played 51 games this year, 17 goals, 29 assists for 46 points. He's their go-to guy.
Yep.
The guy can score, can put up points. But the guy that really stood out tonight is a guy named Luke Dow, a little guy. He's played 49 games. He's got 31 points in that. But the biggest thing is in the 10 games that he's played against the Toros here, he's got 4 goals, 5 assists for 9 points. So he's running at about a point a game against the Toros,
yep.
and he's kind of been a Toro killer this year, and he's a guy that the Toros need to keep an eye on tonight.
Exactly, and going back to Zufante, he actually had a hat-trick here against the Toros in Mesa Arena, so he's a big guy against the Toros too.
Yeah, and as for Minot tonight, I looked at the Nets, and Lucas Murray starting tonight, and the reason I pick him is we've got 2 good solid goalies in Minot, and that's a great problem to have. But the problem stands is who do you start that first night of the playoffs, and I think both guys will get a night this weekend, and tonight's Murray's night to see if he shines.
Yep, absolutely, I totally agree.
Murray is getting the start tonight, and he's got a .901 save percentage, 2.88 goals against average. He's 19-12-3 on the year, and his one mark he's got going against him tonight. He's 1-4 against these Wilderness, so we like to turn the table on that. And in net for Minnesota tonight is Luke Canny. He's a very, very good goalie for the Wilderness. He's 17-13-2, .915 save percentage, and a 2.81 goals against. And he's had good luck against Minot. He's 2-3-1, and these two teams have went back and forth and split the season series. So it looks to be a good matchup tonight.
When you go back to look at the goaltending, Austin Park had 3 straight starts against Minnesota. He had 2 shutouts, and he kind of took the ball and ran with it. That's when he really got his game established and kind of took the net over from Minot.
We do have a luxury in having two good goaltenders, and I'm interested to see how Murray plays tonight and how, we'll see. I'm guessing Park will play tomorrow night, but I guess that's up to Coach Murray and not us. So we'll run to a quick commercial break now, and we'll be back with an interview with Austin Martinson.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspection.
We got to do the bumpers. We'll just go right into the interview.
1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm now joined by Ford Austin Martinson. Austin, thanks for your time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your adjustment been like coming from the USHL and back to the Toros?
It's kind of been just a big adjustment. Just switching my roles up, in the USHL, I was kind of third, fourth line guy chipping things off the glass and just getting things out, not really getting to play the game that I'm normal or used to. But coming back here now, just trying to find that again, and I feel like now things are coming around for me, and I'm finally starting to get the feel back.
The team is riding high in the playoffs. They've won 8 of the last 10. What's the key to keep that momentum heading into the playoffs?
I think these next 2 games actually are big. Just getting the momentum going in, that's going to help. But I think for us, just playing the way we can, I think everything we need to focus on is just about us. There's obviously opponents and whatnot, but if we can play our game, we should have no problem. I think just using our speed and our skill sets and putting the puck in the back of the net and whatnot. Since
you returned, you obviously haven't got the goals that you wanted. You got a lot last year. You led the team. You finally got the monkey off your back. You struggled to score in the first few games back. What's your game been like lately?
Yeah, I agree with that. Struggled for a little bit, I was just trying to find my role again. But since then, getting that monkey off my back was huge. Stopped gripping my stick so tight, so that helped a lot. And now finally starting to bury a few more, and hopefully that still comes heading into playoffs here.
What's it like having 2 goalies that give you the team a chance to win each and every night?
Oh, it's huge. It's everything when you have a great goaltender, with Lucas and Parks, and they've both been playing well. And I think heading into playoffs with the confidence they have should help us a lot. It gives the guys confidence knowing that if you make a mistake, our goalies are going to be back there to help us out. So,
what's one key to victory tonight against a tough Minnesota team?
I think just making their D turn, getting pucks behind them, forechecking them hard, and just trying to play in the O-zone as much as possible. And hopefully get our chances, and once we get our chances, bury them.
Thanks, Austin. Best luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Ford Austin Martin to the Minotaurs. When we return to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show, Brad and I will break down the keys to the game tonight.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Blake Friars. Alongside Brad Barun. Brad, keep the game tonight pretty simple. Just stay healthy and stay disciplined and get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I sat down and I was going through, what it's going to take for each of these teams to be successful and win, and it was tough. I sat and thought about it. I thought, what I want out of this weekend is I want a healthy roster heading into the playoffs, and it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of momentum off a couple wins. So I don't really care how we get there, but just get a couple wins this weekend or a win and a good performance and stay healthy going into next week.
So is arresting Frentz and Stephenson, and Jeanson's also still on the mend out with an injury. So it's going to be a little bit of a different lineup tonight against the Wilderness.
I think we'll see that again tomorrow night too. You're going to rest some of your key guys and let them take a night off and be back at it tomorrow night, and rest a different core tomorrow night, and mentally and physically rest yourself and be ready, because next week's going to be a battle.
That's all for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. Ken Oda, the voice of the Toros, will have the call next with Brad Barud. Thanks for joining us. This is Toros Radio Network.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Just about ready for puck drop here at the Pepsi Center here in Minot, and battle tonight between the first and second place teams in the division. We'll take it upstairs to the PA address announcer Nick Hallberg for your starting lineups.
Central Division champion, Minot introducing first the visitors, the Minnesota Wilderness. Starting at forward number 16, Gunnar Gudmundsson. Forward number 21, Ashton Altman. Forward number 20, Nick Altman. On defense number 4, Tyler Bull. On defense number 26, Luis Roll. And in goal number 35, Luke Kenya. Head coach of Minnesota is Tim Benson. Assistant coach is Michael Benedict. Officials for tonight's game are provided by the North American Hockey League. Tonight's head referee is Ben Hankins. Linesmen are Kurt Klinkhammer and Ivan Inikovich. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Minnesota's hockey? time, we ask that you please rise. Remove all hats and headgear. Place your right hand over your heart as Special Toros guest Katie Carroll performs our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Ken Oda with Brad Burwood alongside. I got it right this time, Brad.
We got our names right. We're off to a good start.
Off to a better start than the third period last Saturday night. Toros and the Minnesota Wilderness in what could be, Brad, a Central Division Finals preview. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but
take 1 week at a time. But yeah, I mean, if things go the way they have in the regular season, it looks like that would be the matchup.
The Toros will be wearing their traditionally road uniforms, the black sweaters, black socks, cardinal buckets, breezers, and gloves. The Wilderness will be in their home white kit with the green buckets, breezers, and gloves, red trim for the Wilderness. I like getting the different look at home a little bit.
You know, I'm always a traditionalist and like the white at home, but, you know, I don't think it's too bad when, even if they did half the season, with dark at home and half with light at home, that'd be kind of nice twist.
That's how it used to be in this league, but that changed a couple of years ago. Not sure why they decided just to go with whites at home, but it's fun to get to see a little bit different look.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, do you inspect, or do you think it's going to be intense tonight, Ken?
I don't know what to make of it tonight. The lineups are a little weird. Toros, I'm sure you guys covered it during the pregame show, resting some guys. The Wilderness going full bore. Of course, the Wilderness dumped that in on the near side. The Wilderness still need a point to lock up home ice in that first round against Aberdeen. Battle on the near side half wall. Goodmanson tries to walk off, and already we've got a penalty, and it's going to be called against the Wilderness. A high stick is the infraction. Who did they get?
I missed it, Ken. I didn't see that at all.
It is going to be Gunnar Goodmanson who got the stick up high. That means the Toros go to the power play, where they are now officially ranked dead last in the league, Brad.
I noticed that. That's tough. That'll be one thing you put on your radar and see if we can't improve that on the weekend. We're running at a 14.8%, and that's definitely not where you want to be at. The Wilderness, on the other hand, have a really good penalty kill rate, 8th in the league at 82.8.
Luke Johnson getting his first shift as a Toro on the power play. He's one of those AP or tender players who is eligible for the playoffs, as it's put in front. Backhand try, save made, follow post for Alex Adams. He had a whole lot of net to shoot at, just couldn't quite beat the iron. Adams plays back to the point. Diddle leaves off far side Pionk. Yonk's back up top to Diddle, who brings it. That one goes wide of the cage. It gets a Joe Louis Arena bounce to the far side, but the Toros can't do anything with it. And it's Altman who flicks that all the way down, and the Toros will have to retreat and retrieve as we've officially played a minute of hockey, Brad.
It's nice to see some of these young guys step into the lineup tonight and get a chance to play in junior hockey and see how they will progress over the coming years.
O'Connor hits the brakes as he gains the line and then plays back to Dollimer. Dollimer getting some rare power play time, leaves up top Davison. Davison with a long shot. That's gobbled up and held for a whistle.
All eyes will be down on Bismarck's scoreboard tonight to see that's the last hope of getting into the playoffs, and they're going to need wins there and losses over in Brookings, and we'll see if Bismarck can sneak in at the last minute.
And of course, the Wilderness, like I said, still trying to lock up the 2 seed. Aberdeen trying to catch them. Brookings trying to pass Aberdeen. So it's very tight down below the Toros. Toros have a 10-point lead on everybody. This is ahead for Dollimer, who gains the line on the near side. Tries to play down the wall for Martinson, but it's taken away and flipped out to neutral. Luke Davison's back on that. Good to see Luke back with the team after having to go home for a family emergency, missing last weekend's games. This is thrown around to the near side. Davey can't quite stop that. But again, condolences out to the Davison family. This is Holmstrom. He'll start the Toros up from behind the net to the near side. Davison. Davey carries over the red, gains the line. Tries to drag around roll, but it doesn't work. Played to the far side. Parker finds it. Glass, and I guess that caught someone on the Wilderness bench.
I think it hit a couple guys as it grazed down the bench.
You can't see it. He's not wearing it on the bench as far as things in minor Toros news, but you'll probably see it tomorrow night. Austin Park got a new bucket.
I saw it during warm-ups.
It is unreal.
Very impressive.
I'm going to have to ask him who painted that tomorrow. This is thrown around the near side, and it'll go all the way down where Lucas Murray will stop. There's still 5 seconds left on the power play. The Toros are effectively 0 for 1 as Wyand leaves off for O'Connor. O'Connor carries ahead.
We'll have to get a picture of that and put it on Twitter.
In behind, this is Murray. They dig on the near side. I assume that 27 is Lafferty. He's listed on the roster as 15 for the Toros. That's why I was distracted. AP player is supposed to be wearing 15. He's got 27 on. It's the only guy in the lineup who's not wearing a jersey with his name on it, so that's got to be Lafferty.
I did see Coach Murray discussing and changing the lineup card a few moments ago right before puck drop, so maybe that's what it was.
Perhaps that 15 jersey that no one's been using all season went missing. This is in behind Zwiner. Leaves it for Craddock. Craddock working from Gretzky's office, trying to get it to the front. He's hounded by Bold. Wraparound try from Koss. And a cover from Luke Kania.
That was a shifty little move by Koss.
It was.
Kind of took the puck from Craddock behind the net and wrapped it around real quick, and it caught me off guard.
He's been showing some better hands these last few weeks.
I didn't expect Koss to come around that quick with it.
Draw is to the left of Kania. Craddock loses it. Rostigano on it on the far side. Flips ahead. The Wilderness look to carry out. Luke Johnson's back on it. Hacks ahead. But that apparently it did leave the zone. So the Wilderness finally do back off. I thought it did, but then they
waved his arms good and then called it.
Now here's a shot from Mucha. That goes up off the glass. Mucha still wearing a cage after a pretty vicious high stick last weekend. Into the zone for the Wilderness. Nick Sick backside. Puck never got to him. Good back check there by Kyle Craddock. Shot on. That's off the mark, I should say. Nick Sick on the near side. He plays it down low for Dow. Dow trying to come out of the corner and work it to Gotts, but it's taken away by the Toros and Mucha. Mucha hit at the red line. Glass and into the Toro zone for the Wilderness, but back on it quickly is Holmstrom. Holmstrom feeds Adams, and Adams carries ahead to the near side. Mucha touches it into the zone. He gets hit hard after he does so. Kania, far out of his net, plays it away from Bross to the far side half wall. Adams digging there. Puck squirts free, and Pionk finds it. Pionk leaves up top for Davison into the middle. Bross. His shot's partially blocked. It goes to the far corner where Gotts will get it up off the glass and out to neutral ice. At the red line, the Toros D, Holmstrom and Davison play catch, retreating all the way back to the Toro blue line. Ross comes to help out. He's hounded, but quickly gets away from the forechecker. It's ahead for Pionk. Yonks doesn't catch it clearly, tries to chase it down. He and Rastigano on the far side get together, but it's taken away Bross. Bross on his backhand carries all the way up to the blue line, tosses across for O'Connor. O'Connor tries to put one on net, but it's blocked off right onto the tape of Bross. Bross carries down to the near side corner. Pionk's there as well, but the Wilderness take it and send it all the way down. They'll wave off icing, so out of his net to play it is Lucas Murray. 14:50 to play here in period number 1. Still no score. Toros have the game's only 3 shots on goal. Far side, Wyand comes across. Dahlemer ahead. It's touched into the zone by Martinson. That will negate the icing, but the Wilderness will be on it first. And Smolek thrown around to the near side. Altman hit hard by Dahlemer. Dahlemer wins the puck, gets it from Springman. And now to Martinson behind the net. Martinson banks up top. Long shot. That's flipped wide of the cage. Dahlemer finds it first. Martinson steps in and takes it away and gives it back to Dahlemer. Back to Martinson, trying to walk in. He can't split the D in the far circle. Kept to the point, however. O'Connor has it near point. Banks down low for Springman. Springman can't stop that. Dahlemer does and tries to go back to Springman, but the pass is off the mark. Martinson leaves for Springman again. Springman coming out from behind, this time in the near corner. Plays up top, Wyand. Wyand with a long shot through traffic. That's soaked up by Kenya for a whistle. 13:59 to play in the first. Brad, I think if the Toros are going to go deep in the playoffs, this is a line that will be a key.
Oh, absolutely. One of the luxuries we've had this year is having depth and being able to rely on all 4 lines actually to chip in, but your big line has to produce in the key games.
The backdoor play, nifty tip by Luke Johnson, almost went 5-hole. That's an aggressive play from the young defenseman all the way down low, and it almost paid off. A follow-up try. That one's gobbled up by Kenya as well. But yeah, depth, as you were saying before the face-off there, has been a key for the Toros, and I think that third line is going to separate the Toros. You look at Springman, a guy who's got 95 career points in this league, is a third liner here in Minot.
Yeah, it's definitely a good sign when you have that.
Draw now is to the right of Kenya. Down low roll. Guides it to the far side. Diddle. Long shot from the point. Nice save by Kenya through traffic. I think he saw it late.
Kicked that one out hard.
Far side. Zach Mills looks into the middle. Bouncing puck. Missed everyone. Someone just went down hard. It was Lafferty. Turnaround try again. That's off the mark. Zach Mills has it. Does well to hold the line, but then gives it up to Talbot. Talbs flips ahead. That missed Lafferty. Swiner touches that. It caught the linesman up high. He seems to be okay. While Diddle carries ahead. Diddle was short of center, but Nixick blocked the dump in anyways.
Gotts carries it in over the blue line, dumps it into the corner. Gotts holds it in the blue line, tips it up front. Deflection off Diddle.
Long shot blocked off into the near corner. Craddock moves it to Koss. Koss throws back in front. Only Luke Johnson there. Johnson ahead for Craddock. Didn't catch it cleanly. And it's thrown back into the Toro zone where Diddle takes over. Diddle. His pass is blocked off by Dow. Dow works it down the wall to Nixick. This is the top line for the Wilderness. Nixick plays back to Dobbs at the point. Long shot. Lucas Murray makes the save. The rebound was given, but it cleaned up nicely by Craddock against one of the top scorers for the Wilderness, Nixick. This one's carried out by Mucha. He gets as far as the red line. Koss steps in and plays the body. The puck lays free. Toros are mid-change. They had to delay. Didn't want to get too many men on the ice with the puck that close. Ebjors tries his shot. That's blocked off. Turnaround try again goes wide. That's Nahashinik to the near side. Pionk plays down in behind his own net for Diddle. Diddle. An aggressive forecheck here early from the Wilderness, Brad. They seem to be on the Toros behind the net right away.
They want to get that 1 point tonight and get that out of the way, but
this is thrown ahead. Holmstrom pokes at it. Pionk takes it away. Thrown down into the Toro zone. Holmstrom's back on it. I've noticed the Toros have had a couple of AP defensemen come through in the last few weeks, and Marty Murray sure gives them a nice landing spot paired with Jake Diddle.
You always want to put a young kid in a position to succeed.
This is Altman. Of course, it also means they're seeing some tougher competition. Dumped into the Toro zone. Lucas Murray out to stop it. Davison holds behind. Davey rips one ahead, and that's played by the goaltender. That saves icing. 11 minutes left to go here in the first. Toros lead in shots 7-2. No one's found Twine yet. Vold carries ahead, gains the red line, and rings it down into the Toro zone. Lucas Murray out of his net, stops that, and then throws it around to the near side. He's got Martinson. Martinson able to catch that with speed and then chip it into the zone. Kenya out to stop that as we essentially trade punts to the near side. The Wilderness start up Farabee. To the far side, Zufrante gains the line, watched by Wyand, hits the brakes, the hash marks. Wyand kicks it right back onto Zufrante's tape. D-to-D, Gotts from the near point, long shot. Gloved and held by Lucas Murray. Zach Mills providing a mild screen in front.
Good save through traffic there for Murray.
We've got our media timeout. We'll take a short break here. Be back for the rest of the first period after this message here on the Minotauros Network.
Hey, mister, aren't you?
President Ulysses S. Grant, the face you see on all the 50s around town. Everyone who files with Liberty Tax Service walks out with me. $50 cash on the spot.
Wow, I'm off to Liberty Tax. See ya.
Indeed you will.
Get $50 cash on the spot when you have your taxes prepared at Liberty Tax. And another $50 for referring someone who gets their taxes done. Go to libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 for locations near you. With paid tax preparation at participating locations, referred friends must be new customers. Valid 1/2/2/22/2017. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. You've got the Minotauros Network here, 1390 KRRZ and ProStyleProduction.com. Toros and Wilderness are scoreless through the first 9 minutes and 33 seconds of this one. Toros lead in shots 7-3. The draw is to the left of Lucas Murray. As we restart, Wilderness win it back. Gotts with a shot that hits a leg. Karam to the Zamdor corner. O'Connor plays the body, so does Wyand. Mills has it on the far side. Mills worked over by Wyand. He spins off that check. Good play by Wyand to keep Mills poked along the wall. Now Dahlimer with a dangerous hit, and the Toros will be shorthanded. Maybe not now, as there's going to be a scrum.
About 4 different altercations going on.
That was a bad hit by Wyand.
Oh, it's Dahlimer, actually.
Or Dahlimer, yeah, sorry. I'm looking at Wyand in the foreground here, tied up with a player. Also, with the Wilderness defensemen jumping down below the circles, even though the Wilderness start on the power play, they should have this draw in the neutral zone now.
You know, one thing I don't understand is why is the team during a scrum where there's 5-on-5 battle, teams allowed to send more guys out there? That's not allowed in USA Hockey. That's actually, they've got 7 guys, 8 guys on the ice.
I think in the NA they give you some leeway as long as you stay on the wrong or the opposite side of the red line. They let it go.
It almost opens yourself up to continuing things happening, though.
So we see Zufrante and Dahlimer in the box.
It'll be interesting to see what Dahlimer gets on this one.
Dahlimer has to get the extra penalty, as much as I don't want to see the Toros shorthanded.
I'm just hoping it's only 2 extra.
They did put the draw in the neutral zone, as they should have. Good work by the officials there. Jake Diddle, he is not happy with referee Hankes. So the Toros will be shorthanded. The good news is it's only going to be 2 minutes.
Well, you got a 2 for cross and a 2 for rough. You know, all these scrums going on, and there's only 2 guys in the penalty box.
Here comes Talbot. He'll serve the additional minor. I neglected to mention at the top the officials for tonight's game: Ivan Nejedovic and Nick Kirkhammer working the lines. Brian Hankes wearing the Water Wings tonight. Draw will be in neutral. Craddock wins it back for the Toros, and the Toros clear. The Toros on the penalty kill, 4th in the league, 84.8. The Wilderness on the power play, 19.6%. That is 12th in the league. Toros take that entry away and send it all the way down. 1:35 left on the man advantage. 9:40 to go here in period number 1. Vold will hold behind his own cage. And now he starts up with 1:28 on the man advantage. Leaves off for Nixick. Nixick gains the red line and rings it into the zone. Lucas Murray is on it quickly. Throws around to the near side. Nixick walls it off nicely. Puck in behind the Toro net. Davey throws it to the open point, and it will go all the way down to the Wilderness blue line. Solid kill so far for the Toros, Brad.
One of the impressive things with our kill this year is it hasn't just been the two main guys up front and the two main guys on D. We've had a variety of different players serve on the penalty kill, and it has been impressive all year long.
Wilderness start up ice again. Farabee gains the line on the near side, hits the brakes as he's immediately stepped into by Koss, but manages to play it deep for Altman. Altman throws to the far point. Mucha aggressively there. Poked ahead. Good keep by Roll. Fans on his shot. Now he comes to the near side. Rostagano to the far side. Altman's shot. That goes wide. There's two Altmans. That's Nick. I need to do a better job of identifying which. It's like the Sandines. You got to say the first name too. Zach Mills with a shot. It goes right to Nick Altman. Back up top, Zach Mills. They have a pair of Mills brothers as well to the Wilderness. It's up top, Roll. Roll with a shot. That's blocked by Austin Koss. He won the hardest worker at the banquet as voted by his teammates this year. There's an example of why. Far side. It's thrown all the way across to the near corner. O'Connor gloves down to the stick. Feeds Martinson. He failed to clear. Gets away with a hook there a little bit.
Good
Does Martinson. And Stegano couldn't stop that. Thrown to the far side. On it first is Dobbs. Toros come full strength as Parker touches that at the red line right onto the stick of Diddle, who had trouble with his skate there. This is Dow. Ditz is staying out, so apparently the malfunction was user error.
I noticed that Diddle wears the skate block.
He does.
So I think it's smart for a defenseman to do that. I mean, why take the risk as long as they're not cumbersome on you? And so many guys in the NHL wear them now that they've got to have it where they're pretty comfortable.
I would think so. And I don't know why guys wouldn't.
Just took a quick look. I see Austin is up on Bismarck 2-0.
Well, that would be a sour way for the Bobcats to end their season. A home loss to the Bruins. I think I'd enjoy that, Brad. This is Parker.
I know I would.
Far corner. They continue to dig. Johnson and Bross there for the Toros. Nixick. And it's Parker who ends up coming out with it. His pass back to the point was out of the zone. Long stretch pass ahead for Adams, delayed offside. Adams is going to play this, and that'll lead to a whistle. 7:22 left to go in period number one. We're still scoreless.
Shots are 7-3 in favor of the Toros, but I think it's been about equal in scoring chances.
It has. A lot of the Toro shots early were from outside. To be honest, I can't really think of a difficult save either goaltender has had to make.
I thought the one that Koss wrapped around.
Yes.
Kania made a good read on that and made the save, and I think that was kind of his key save. And the one that stands out for me from Murray was that shot through traffic that he was able to glove.
Draw on the far side in front of the Wilderness bench. This game's getting a little chippier than perhaps I expected. That's offside on Bross.
I'll tell you, if you look at the tradition of these two teams, it seems like every time they play, it has an edge to it.
It does.
And that's been like that for about 3 years now.
And this is the first year they're division rivals.
They were 2 years ago, though.
Were we?
Yes.
Yes.
Cooley region and the Wilderness were in the division.
That is correct. I forgot about that. And then we had the Magicians last year, and we got the Wilderness back. Hopefully they don't keep changing it and they let rivalries build.
I feel like we're starting to get a rivalry with these guys.
That tends to happen when you have a couple teams that sit atop the standings. The Wilderness, when they weren't in the division, they won a cup 2 years ago.
They won a Robertson Cup when they were not in our division. The year after they were in our division.
This is dumped into the near corner. Bross and Pionk there for the Toros. They battle against a pair. That is textbook interference.
With the official looking right at it.
Far side.
That's an interference too.
Ashton Altman dumps it in and gets hauled down. So they're going to let him play. Lafferty across for Zwiner. Zwiner chips it deep. Lafferty will chase after it. He and Vold will come together. Vold wins the battle. Talbot stepped in but couldn't control that. And going the other way is Nick Altman. He gets hit hard by Wyan. Played in behind. It seems like the way the teams have the line of fanning on it was Altman, and then he put himself hard into the wall, and the fans along the glass right there sure enjoyed that. Pretty good crowd for games that don't mean anything. Shot, that's kicked away.
Really good. Everybody in town's gearing up for the playoffs. It's an exciting time of the year for hockey.
We did give 500 free tickets up to the base. I should give that disclaimer. And it looks like, I know Most of them were put in that section right to our right where that Wilderness player fell down, and that's a pretty packed area.
Yeah, another good crowd. Boy, the crowds have been good for the last, really since we moved into the new rink. And it's a beautiful arena and a beautiful place to watch a hockey game.
And the best part is you can't see your breath while you're talking in the press box like in the old barn. This is Dobbs, touches across the blue line. Long shot tipped on net. Save made Murray. Rebound up off the glass. Zach Mills moves it to Jesse Farabee. Farabee in the far circle tries a shot. Murray makes the save, tries to cover, but it's kicked away. Mucha's on it quickly, touches out for Craddock. Craddock for Koss. That pass was off the mark. Dobbs plays ahead. Koss hunts it down. Koss gains the red line and works it deep. Mucha and Zamolek, a pair of 28s, chase to the far side. And it kicks all the way around to neutral ice where Diddle is on it. Backpedals to his own blue line. Flicks one ahead weakly for Koss. Koss tries to touch around Dobbs, but Dobbs gets it and bounces it back out to neutral ice. And Farabee leaves it in the zone, taken away by Craddock. D in the Toro zone. It's Diddle from the hash marks. Flicks one up high in the air. That's the kind of pass that can get a teammate killed if you're not careful.
Yeah, because if it's above you, they can hit you.
This is Nixick. Gains the line. Puts one wide of the cage. Dow on the far side. Stepped into by Martinson, but support comes. Good takeaway by Dahlemer. Martinson follows up. Can't settle it down. Dow chips it into it gets caught in the referee's skates. Martinson plays the body. The puck banks out to neutral, and Gotts tries to play ahead. Back on it. Holmstrom quickly across for Davison. Davey to the near side, and Springman. Gotts steps into him right away. Holmstrom plays the body, but it's dumped down into the Toro zone. Murray out of his net to stop this. I haven't talked to Marty Murray and Wyatt Wazelanchuk, as this will be covered in the Wilderness zone. Springman lurking on the doorstep, and now we'll have another great debate. Toros defensemen wisely do not go below the circles to keep draw on the offensive zone. Haven't talked to the coaching staff, but you got to think Austin Park's the guy going into the playoffs.
I don't know. I don't know if even if we talked to them, they'd tip their hat on that one to us. But I think I would be shocked if we didn't see Parks in net tomorrow night. Give them both one start this weekend and see where the chips fall.
But so this has to be a very important start for Lucas Murray. Could be.
It is. Lucas is 1-4 this year against the Wilderness, so he wants to get his second win of the year against this team.
This is the near side as Adams is hauled down, has his stick taken out of his hands. That's sent down the ice. Wyand is back on it first. Ebjors pursues him, forces him out from behind the net to the near side, and Pionk. Pionk doesn't catch that cleanly. It's chipped back to the Toro blue line, and Wyand. Wyand turns it over, wins it back from Goodmanson. Plays ahead. Pionk on the near side.
Oh, the officials are having a rough go tonight.
They are.
Got hit with a puck 3 times and fell down.
Near side, bouncing puck. Good hit by Bross. O'Connor touches it back for Bross. Bross just chops that into the zone. Not a lot of flow to this one yet, Brad.
It's been entertaining, but yeah, not a lot of back and forth and
as that's
good
tipped up
scoring
into the bench. 3:06 left to go here in period number 1 of what has been an awkward first period. Jaw will be in front of the Wilderness bench. Zufrante and Talbot. Zufrante wins it back. D. It's Dobbs from top of the circle in his own zone. Works it to Farabee, taken away. Lafferty's pass takes Weiner's skate out from under him. Farabee trying to turn the corner. Good stick lift. What a clever play by Luke Johnson, making his Toro debut.
I like what I see so far.
That was a very, very good play. The guy got by him, but he stuck with it and lifted the stick. This is Farabee. Farabee tosses to Mills. Diddle chops ahead. Zmolek stepped into by Lafferty. Lafferty. It's taken away on the far wall, and now Dobbs. Dobbs dumps one on net. That's blockered into the corner by Lucas Murray. Diddle plays the body on Dow. They'll dig on that far side wall. They continue to work. Nixick comes out of the whole scrum with it. Plays back to the near point, and Gotts sweeps along the blue line to the far side. Ristigano. His shot save made by Murray. Nixick erased by Diddle. Man, they're not calling anything.
Oh, let's have dates after the game tonight or something.
This is a cross for Dow. He can't handle, and Koss will look to turn and burn. That's all kinds of offside. Fortunately for the Toros, the puck caught in the linesman's skate. And then
Mucha passes it right back to him and gets the whistle. That shows the flow of this period, Ken.
Unbelievable.
We'll take it all the way down.
Yeah. That's not exactly an aware play by Miro on that one to touch that puck. Wilderness control off the draw. Quick shot fought off by Lucas Murray. Rebound around to the near side. They play it down low. Ebjors gets help in behind. Craddock plays the body. Davison stepped into. Up top, Rostigano. Shot blocked by Austin Koss. He still has it. There was Rostigano. Shot blocked in front by traffic. Bouncing puck. It comes to the front, and eventually it's Mucha who finds it. Miro was short of center when he dumped it, but he should win the race to this. That will negate the icing. Miro tries to center, but it's blocked off. Rostigano will gather it instead. 1:11 left to go here in period number 1. It's touched across for Holmstrom. Holmstrom in, shot blocked up off the glass. Rebound, Dahlimer couldn't hack it towards an open side. Dow on the far side carries over the blue and gains the red before chipping deep. Holmstrom will retreat and retrieve as we hit the final minute of play here in period number 1. Gooseneck implement intermission report with Blake and Brad coming after these next 47 seconds. Now, I'm the lucky one, Brad. I get to take a break. You've got to talk through this whole show. I don't know what you guys are going to talk about for the next 20 minutes. Meanwhile, this is Springman.
It's going to be
trying to cut to the front and stuff it. He was unable to completely turn the corner on the defender. It's ahead. Nick Altman tries to settle it down, gains the red. Poked at the blue nicely by Wyan, but then Dahlimer carries the puck into his own zone. That'll negate the offside. Goodmanson continues to pressure. Final 17 seconds. Springman uses the glass to get that out to neutral ice. It's over Vold's head. Martinson gives chase, but Dobbs is on it quickly. He'll throw ahead to the near side. O'Connor steps up, plays the body. 5 seconds. O'Connor backhand tries save made. O'Connor hacks at it. How did that not go? Good offensive skill from a Toros blue liner who doesn't have a lot of points on the year.
Oh, he stayed with it, and the puck dropped free in the crease, actually, and he stayed right with it and got another backhand that just couldn't quite slide in.
1 second. Will they pull Lucas Murray to the bench for an extra shooter? They will.
Oh, you might as well in this situation. Just have everybody crash the net here. And
draw will be to the right of Zufrante. Pionk's going to try and hack the draw on net, but a good defensive play by Goodmanson negates that attempt, and we're through 20.
Oh, we got some action.
More vigorous debate. Zach Bross and Goodmanson, Ebjors there. Pionk tied up with Dobbs. Yonks will go with a guy. He went last weekend. The linesmen are quickly over, sending everyone to their separate corners. That will do it for period number 1. We'll be back with a Gooseneck Implement intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Toros forward Zach Bross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300 fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com. An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Intermission Report. I'm Blake Frage, now joined alongside Brad Barud. And Brad, 0-0 after one. The Toros out shooting the Wilderness slight edge 12-10. I thought it was a pretty decent period. I really liked the tempo of the game and the speed.
Yeah, you know, it's a good first period and not a tremendous amount of scoring chances for either team. Shots were 12-10. I thought each team had about 2 scoring chances. Couple scrums after the whistles, and you know, just kind of one of those periods that I guess you'd expect to see in a game where, you know, the 2 points don't really matter except for the fact that Minnesota wants to get 1 point to clinch home ice over Aberdeen. So interesting first period. It was entertaining.
I really like the play of Nate Pionk. Nate Pionk on the top line with Adams and Brosh right now. He's earning some ice time up there.
Well, Pionk's a good player. He's been in mine here now. This is his second year, and he can do it all. I mean, the kid's a good passer. He sees the ice real well. He can put the puck in the net, and once in a while, he'll throw down the gloves.
The Toros really had a great power play that first opportunity. He had a couple scoring chances. Adams couldn't bang one in, hit the post, and the Toros came close a couple times.
Yeah, you know, each team had a couple of good key scoring chances. I thought when Koss had the wrap around midway through the first period, I thought that was a pretty impressive play when he took the puck off Crowder's stick and wrapped it around. I think that you know, shocked the goalie Kania, but he made a good save, and that was definitely a good scoring chance also. You know, looking at the scoring summary, obviously in a 0-0 game, we have nothing to summarize there, so that won't take us long. But taking a look at penalties, really wasn't a whole lot to talk about there. Just 20 seconds into the game, Wilderness player Gunnar Goodmanson took a high sticking minor. They were able to kill that off. At the 9:53 mark, we had a skirmish that resulted in some penalties. Minnesota Wilderness player Michael Zavani took a roughing 2 minutes. That was evened up with a roughing call to Austin Dollimer for roughing also, and then he also took a cross-checking that started that whole skirmish, and that was at the 9:53 mark. Besides that, back and forth play with, you know, it was a little bit more fire and spark in the period than I anticipated, though.
Yeah, I really like the intensity of the game. You know, a couple skirms. I mean, you're going to expect that from these two teams. They're 1 and 2 in the division. They don't like each other, and they're getting ready for playoff hockey, and that's what it's going to be, hard hitting. A lot of scrums after the whistle, and that kind of intensity.
These teams always show up to play against each other, and it's always been physical games, and I think that'll continue in the second period.
We'll take a break. When we come back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report, I caught up with Zach Frost for the game.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ledegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. I'm Blake Fryer, now joined by Minotaur forward Zach Bross. Zach, thanks for the time tonight.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
Heading into the playoffs, you got some momentum heading into the playoffs. How do you keep that going heading into the first round?
We're hoping to play well the rest of this night and the rest of the weekend. Just have a good push before we go into playoffs. This is a pretty good team, and we're figuring we'll see them some point in the playoffs. So we hope tonight we sort of get the momentum against them and get the momentum going into this first series.
You played in the top prospects game earlier this season. What was that like to represent the organization?
It was really nice to go in and to be in the first place team. I have a few guys from the team there with me, and we've still been first place after that. Had a really good push this last little bit. So it was nice to go in there, show the rest of the league what we've got, and then come back and keep it going here in Minot.
Having two goalies that give you a chance to win each and every night, what is that like, and what does that do for the team?
It's a real boost. Friday, Saturday night, a lot of times we go with the split. It just makes it easy to be able to go out and play your game as a forward or a defenseman and just know that you're going to get the saves you need to be able to win a game every night.
Well, what's it like to be voted the fan favorite of the Minot Minotauros?
That means a lot. That's one thing that I just really like to play the game, and it means a lot to me to know that the fans out there like watching me do what I do every Friday, Saturday night when really we're just coming out and having fun, enjoying playing the game.
What's one key to victory tonight against a tough Minnesota team?
They play with a lot of speed. Their D are pretty solid. I think we just got to get pucks in on them, make it hard on their D, work them down low in the corners, and get pucks in the net.
Thanks. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Zach Bross, forward of the Minot Minotauros. When we come back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report, we'll recap the scoring summary.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report for the first intermission. Brad, recap some scoring summary in the Central Division.
Here in Minot we are 0-0, and the same holds true down in Aberdeen, where the Brookings Blizzard and Aberdeen Wings are tied 0-0 with 12:01 to go in the second. It's an important game for both those teams. Even more important, down in Bismarck, Austin leads Bismarck 2-0 with 12:42 to go in the second. So Bismarck has a mountain to climb to get back in this. They lose that game, and their playoff hopes are dashed. Yep. And we know the Central Division participants. We don't know the exact seeding yet, and that'll work its way as the weekend progresses. And it looks like the biggest game, is to see what happens with that Aberdeen Brookings. If Aberdeen wins that one tonight, they'll lock up that third place, and as long as Minnesota gets a point this weekend, they'll lock up the second place, and looks like Brookings will fall into that fourth spot, and we'll be set for next weekend, and what's going to be a very, very exciting playoffs and difficult playoffs, because that's one thing we've always preached this year with the Central Division is that it's tough top to bottom, and the playoffs are going to be a grind, much like the National Hockey League is going to be a grind. And I know there's just one game going on in the National Hockey League tonight, and
it's a big game in the NHL. Big playoff implications for the Tampa Bay Lightning as they lead the Montreal Canadiens 3-1, and boy, that's big. Tampa Bay battling for that final wildcard spot in the Eastern Conference. They're tied with the New York Islanders with 90 points, 3 points back of the Toronto Maple Leafs for that final wild card, and all three of them got 2 games left. So it's tough.
If Tampa wins that game tonight,
a lot of pressure.
Toronto's going to start gripping the stick a little bit harder tomorrow night, and that's not going to make their life any easier. They've held it in their hands now for a couple nights and haven't succeeded. So. And I think other teams in the National Hockey League in that Eastern Conference are looking and going, oh, man, do I really want Tampa Bay to make it? I mean, they got Stamkos coming back here. They got Johnson coming back. They got some key parts coming back to that team. And it's a team that everybody thought at the beginning of the year would be making a deep run in the playoffs, and now they're fighting for their lives to get in, and nobody wants to play them.
At the deadline, they traded away Ben Bishop. They traded away Valtteri Filppula. And most of them thought, man, are they giving up or they?
Well, they had to trade Bishop because they were going to lose him for nothing.
Yep.
So they had to get a return on their asset there. And there's no secret that Vasilevsky is going to be the guy for the future. So, but that was a smart move to send Bishop and get an asset back. But yeah, I mean, they were dead in the water at that point, and wasn't much hope for them. And they've they haven't really been red hot or anything, but they've just found ways to pick away at points on a weekly basis and work their way back into this. And some of the other teams have kind of played themselves back down, and it's gonna be a crazy situation.
You got to give John Cooper a lot of credit for rallying the troops and for this late playoff push.
Well, John Cooper's an old North American Hockey League coach,
Absolutely.
so he knows the ropes of riding the buses late at night and all those things. So that's good for him. Another important hockey tournament that's going on right now is the NCAA Frozen Four. And yesterday there was the 2 semifinal games, and the first one was the night game featured the Denver Pioneers, who were rated number 1 going into it against Notre Dame. And boy, they took it to Notre Dame and just embarrassed them 6-1. And Denver is firing on all cylinders. In the afternoon game, Minnesota Duluth, which is a team that features Nate Pionka, the Toro's older brother, on that team, and he's an integral part of that team. And Duluth slipped by Harvard 2-1 in a very entertaining and good hockey game. And Harvard's goalie was a former Toro alumni, and Merrick Matson, a Philadelphia Flyers draft pick. And it's sure good to see these Toros alumni moving on to that next level of NCAA Division I hockey and making it into the semifinals. And who knows, here in the next couple of years, maybe we'll watch America tending the pipes for the Philadelphia Flyers.
When we come back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report, Ken Oda will have a second period call for you.
Twice a year. That's it. Just 2 times a year we pull out all the stops for our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale.
You can save up to $500 store-wide on the best brands. Sealy Queen sets are as low as $299. You save $200.
Plus, you get a free pillow, free mattress protector, or a free frame with select purchases. I'm Jason.
And I'm Krista. We're your local owners of Mattress Firm in North Dakota. We carry more and we sell more Tempur-Pedic mattresses than any store in the state.
During our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale, you can sleep interest-free till 2021.
You can sleep on a Tempur-Pedic for just $34 a month. Plus, you get our Mattress Firm Sleep Happy Guarantee. If you're not happy with your new mattress, we'll give you your money back.
If you're ready for a better night's sleep, then come to our semi-annual sale going on now at Mattress Firm in Bismarck, Minot, Dickinson, and Williston. Nobody in North Dakota sells Tempur-Pedic or Sealy mattresses for less.
Nobody.
I need money now, but I heard there could be a refund delay.
Go to Liberty Tax. They'll help you out. Apply for an easy advance of up to $1,300.
Really?
Yep, let Liberty Tax prepare your taxes. If you're approved for an easy advance, you could get up to $1,300 fast.
Sounds good.
Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com. An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd to February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holberg from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services. Make your event Pro Style.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Toros and Wilderness getting ready to start period number 2 in a scoreless draw. Toros outshot the Wilderness 12-10 through 20 minutes. But as I mentioned, neither team able to find the back of the net just yet. Brad, your impressions of the start tonight?
Oh, it was interesting. Not a lot of scoring chances in that period, so it was kind of, it lacked flow, but I mean, it was actually I was a little bit surprised at the intensity level, though.
So was I.
That impressed me. So, I mean, maybe the flow will pick up this period and we'll have a real entertaining period of hockey. I expect it to be pretty tight scoring, though. If you look at the scoring that we've had with this team, we have not, every game has been within 2 goals with,
I think, one exception.
No. All of them have been a 1 or 2 goal game with the last 2 going to overtime. So
Well, when tied after 1, the Toros are 12-6-1. So good starts, not necessarily an imperative for the Toros. The Wilderness 8-5-2, not as good if they don't jump out in front early. Or at least if they're only tied early. So the clock becoming the Toros' friend. I think we have a delay here as they wait for the ice to set just a little bit. That was not supposed to be a problem with the new building and the new refrigeration system.
I don't think it looks too bad, actually, compared to some of the games in some arenas I've been in. I mean, you go to Fargo for a Fargo Force game, and then it is. I was shocked in a couple games I was at earlier this year how the ice would set up after the period breaks.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It's not Lake Mesa like we would occasionally see next door. And it looks like we finally will play hockey. Toros now working left to right. On your radio dial, Dahlimer and Zufrante on the draw. Zufrante wins it back. I haven't been keeping official stats, Brad, but it feels like the Wilderness have been better on draws so far tonight.
I would agree with that.
This is Dahlimer. He lost the handle. Zufrante plays it back. Vold rips one up the middle. That missed everyone. Wyand will retreat and retrieve. Wyand. Back to O'Connor, ahead for Dahlimer. Dolly chips it on the far side. It'll ride the kick plate in behind where Kenya out to stop. Leaves for Vold. Vold touches up the near side. Zach Mills turns over Martinson. His shot. Save made. Rebound put up off the glass. Springman gloves down to the stick, but he'll have to fight with Vold for it in that near corner. Buck along to the near side. Davison keeps it at the point. Bumps it down the wall. Vold keeps it moving. Davison ahead. Martinson is in. Martinson plays into the middle. Broken up. Springman can't get it to go. And the puck is along the near side. Clearing attempt blocked by Dahlimer. Zach Mills ahead for Zufrante. Puck poke free, and Pionk will get it to go. And we have just as much flow in the second so far, Brad, as we had in period number 1. This is Pionk into the zone. Adams lost it, but it's back to the point. D to D doesn't work. Holmstrom has to just chip it deep. It's tied up in behind. Bross working there with Pionk, but the Wilderness take it away. A quick stick poked at, and a good keep by Adams. Adams delays, throws into the middle. That blind turnaround pass, ill-advised, and the Wilderness go the other way. It's Dow. Dow, deep. Davison rubs him out along the wall. Far side, Pionk. They lost the handle. They'll dig along that wall. 2x2. Fans right up on the glass. I know that's a group from Minot Air Force Base as well. This is Adams. Feeds Bross. Bross looking to turn the corner. Tries a shot. I think that sounded like it hit the post. Thrown in front. Diddle, a headhunter. You see a shot like that, you're just glad Alex Adams gets out of the way.
Yeah, that was a field goal.
Bross dives to poke. Diddle steps up. Bross keeps it. Puts it across to the far side, and Adams. Adams hits the brakes, looks back the way he came, finds Bross alone in the slot. Shot, it's in. Zach Bross, and it's 2 to make that 1-0 Toros.
Adams does the puck on the floorboards, and Bross puts into the slot, just untouched, gets a pass, had all the time in the world, and beats Kenny over the blocker side, and we're up 1-0. 17:37 to go. Boy, Bross had time on that one.
He walked right down Main Street, and it was a ghost town. No one there.
And a guy like Zach Bross isn't gonna miss on that one.
You could have 2 goalies, and Zach Bross is scoring that puck. Toros lead 1-0, and it's the Wilderness now looking to attack on the far side. O'Connor defends well against Dylan Mills. Mills gets it back, however. Gets help from Ebjors. In behind, taken away nicely by Wyand. Near side, Zwiner. Puck moved along the near wall. Mahashinook keeps it. Shot fought off nicely through traffic by Lucas Murray, who then gets tied up with a Wilderness player behind the play. Big hit by Zwiner on the far side, but Dylan Mills is there. O'Connor steps into him. O'Connor and Mills, they're going to go. O'Connor wants to go with him, and he's got him.
Dylan Mills has a mask on, doesn't he? Yeah,
I think he does. And now the helmet's off. O'Connor's going to be done tomorrow now as well.
Which is the dumbest rule in all of hockey.
They continue to go. And now O'Connor comes over the top hard. Underneath with an uppercut against the bigger Mills. Mills has O'Connor in a headlock. O'Connor fights free, but then the linesmen jump in. That's a pretty solid fight for OC.
Very good. Dumbest rule in hockey. Well, our guy's going to be out tomorrow now. And Dylan Mills with the mask started the fight. Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll give him
Maybe
two.
not.
That was a good bout.
It was a good go, yeah. Mills is not a small kid, 6'3", 205. O'Connor, 5'11", 184.
Yeah, definite size advantage for the Wilderness player.
A middleweight against a heavyweight, but I think O'Connor definitely held his own.
Really good ones.
And I don't remember seeing Mills really land anything particularly strong. So we'll score that a win for OC. Now they're going to discuss what penalties will come of this.
Well, that'll be interesting.
I mean,
it's like, are they just giving him 5 and 10s? 5 for fighting 10.
Mills is a 99, so he has to wear the cage.
Which is fine, but then you just can't fight.
Exactly. So
you just got to stand there and you can't take your gloves off.
Yeah.
Which he did not do. Guess they'll overlook the cage.
Yeah. 5s and 10s for both, as this is Lafferty retreating on this.
Well, that'll maybe get things going for us, Ken.
This is Goodmanson to the near side, Dow. Well, the good news is OC won't have to sit. This is Altman's shot. That goes up and over. Around to the near side. And you know what? I like that. Even if the guy wears a cage, if he's a willing combatant, no one should be suspended.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't want people sucker punching people and things like that, but if he initiates it, I mean, our guy shouldn't get suspended.
This pops up high in the air. Of course, there's been a lot of confusion with the cage rules. That's in front. A nice save by Lucas Murray. Up top, Vold. D to D. From in tight on Altman. Lucas Murray.
Good play by Lafferty there.
And now the Wilderness have to retreat to their own zone. Zufante. Long shot. They were looking for a tip. Didn't get it. Follow-up try. And wow, that one was absolutely roofed by Zach Mills.
Murray made the
side
initial
of the net.
save and couldn't get down. The rebound came right out and fired it right up top shelf. That was a quick response to the Toros goal for the Wilderness.
It was.
Who actually got that? For
Zach Mills in front. Perhaps didn't like that his brother was getting picked on. Goes and pops one back in for the Wilderness.
Mills officially gets it from Fabry and Zufante. We'll face off to the glove hand side of Murray. 15:33 to go in the second period.
That was a good first save by Lucas Murray. He's made a couple of tough saves in the last few minutes.
He has. He's definitely got some pressure and made two really good ones.
Craddock on the draw for the Toros, but again, the Wilderness control. It's Mills up top. D to D. Mustagano. Mustagano's shot. That one's tipped up and over. It was played with a high stick. That goes uncalled. Long shot save made. Rebound. Zufante had the whole net on the back door and just flubbed it.
Stick.
Mucha spins that one out. Koss can't settle it down. Craddock taken into the wall awkwardly.
I noticed in the first period, Craddock wore a shield, a full shield.
He's gone back to the cage.
Back to the cage.
I noticed as well this week, I noticed he was wearing the bubble in practice.
Oh, that's
dangerously close to him. Good job by Dahlmer to jump back in the bench. Johnson plays that ahead, but not out. Goodmanson back in the middle. Johnson a good stick, and then he gets help from Dahlmer, who was able to get back on the ice finally. Long toss across, misses Wyan. Wyan looks to flip ahead. That's not out. Mahashanuk looks in front. A good stick by Johnson denies that. The newest Toros impressed in his debut so far, Brad.
Definitely. You know, I've noticed this period, our first passes out of the zone have been a struggle point.
In behind the net. This is Dollimer. Dollimer has Martinson lurking on the doorstep. Instead plays up top Wyatt. Wyatt shot. He was looking for a tip. He got a double deflection. It ended up off the glass. To the far side, Ebjors and Holmstrom pinching down aggressively. The puck gets past him out to neutral. Toss back to the near side, and Springman gains the line. Tries to feather one in for Dollimer, but it's taken away and chopped off the glass. Dow carries into the zone right up the middle. Leaves off to the far side. One-time try is blocked off and comes to the near corner. Parker plays down the wall for Dow, who's held up there by Dollimer. Back to the point is Molek. Sweeps to the far side. Long shot coming. That one goes wide. Parker will get the rebound on the near side first. Parker back across to the far side. Another shot coming. That's gloved off the stick of Dobbs for a whistle. And linesmen are in before any more discussion can be had. 13:33 left to play here in period number 2. We're even at aces. Draws to the left of Lucas Murray. One back, long shot, tip in front, fought off by Lucas Murray. They tried to bank it in off his back, but it's closed off by Jake Diddle. Back up top, Zamolek sweeps across to the far side. Long shot blocked in front. That one tipped up high. That took an awkward angle, Brad.
Yeah, it did. I don't think Murray knew where that was. Well, the Wilderness have been holding pressure here for the last 4 minutes.
Diving poke by Pionk worked that out to neutral ice, and then it's whistled offside. Toros have been hemmed in.
Ross out to center. Adams and Pionk here will face off at center ice.
Up top, Vold. Near side, Diddle with a big hit on Luke Dow. Johnson keeps it moving. Pionk tries to flip ahead. Diddle plays the body. Near side, Adams. Adams carries over the blue and the red. Then dumps it in. Gets it back himself. He's walled off there. They continue to dig. Adams cut off again. Pionk.
Interference.
Up for Bross. It's taken away, and the Wilderness go the other way. Altman with a big hit on Bross, and Bross went down awkwardly. That was early.
Davison will jump in.
That hit was well early, and it was awkward on Bross.
Man, I don't think the hit was a penalty. Do you, Ken? I didn't think it was. I just think Bross did go in awkwardly, but
by the letter of the law, he hit him before they got to the puck.
Yeah,
they were both chasing after the puck. It's interference. Considering the amount of interference they've let go,
but Davison, I mean, I agree. That'll be interesting to see what they call though, because Davison did come in, but grabbed the guy's helmet off, but didn't do anything.
I mean, if you're going to let as much interference as they've let go.
Well, there was one they just let go right here, and then Davison held that guy up coming into the zone.
So we'll stay 5 aside, I think.
So we got a
board. They called that boarding on Nick Altman, and Davey gets roughing.
That's interesting, I guess.
Whatever. not to be so glib about it, but
it is interesting.
We stay 5 aside, and I don't know that I would have made either of those calls, as there's one that caroms off traffic and almost finds the back of the net. I don't know that I would have made either call. No one's on the power play. Just in front, Zafrante with a shot, rebound, hacked at by Farabee.
I guess the biggest thing coming out of that is we hope Ross is okay.
We've got our media timeout. We'll take a break here. Be back after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
Hey, mister, aren't you
President Ulysses S. Grant, the face you see on all the 50s around town? Everyone who files with Liberty Tax Service walks out with me. $50 cash on the spot.
Wow, I'm off to Liberty Tax. See ya.
Indeed you will.
Get $50 cash on the spot when you have your taxes prepared at Liberty Tax, and another $50 for referring someone who gets their taxes done. Go to libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 for locations near you. With paid tax preparation at participating locations, referred friends must be new customers. Valid 1/2/2/22/2017. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back inside of the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Toros and Wilderness even at aces. 12:09 left to play here in period number 2.
It's been a little bit more entertaining of a period.
It has. It's gotten a little physical. We saw a fight. It's gotten even chippier than it was in the first. And each team's popped one in. Still doesn't seem to have a ton of flow. That includes the officiating. But near side, it's Zach Mills at the hash marks. Gotts across. Long shot. That goes wide off traffic. Toros have been hemmed in this period a bit. Shots now 16-15 in favor of the Wilderness. Toros had a shot advantage through 1. Near side they dig. Zwiner. Near side, Farabee. Swept across to the far side, Wyand, and throws it right into the Toro bench. Alex Adams caught that one in the ear hole. Appears to be okay, does Al?
Oh, that's a dangerous one.
I don't think a single guy on the Toro bench is wearing earpieces.
No. Does anybody hardly wear them at all?
Very few. I think the only guy I can think of right now by name who wears earpieces is Patrick Kane. Near side.
They're uncomfortable as can be.
Yeah. So is a puck to the ear, though. Near side. Mahashina looks to work his way in. Hits the brakes behind the net, gets bumped off the puck, and Koss finds it. Kosser ahead. Craddock to the near side, Mucha. Spins as he gathers. Miro hits the brakes at the half wall, looks back in the middle. That was behind Craddock. Craddock down low for Koss. Koss banks back to the point. Johnson sweeps near point. Diddle. Ditz puts one wide of the cage. Mucha's the first to this. Chops down the wall, does Miro. Puck around to the near side. Thrown to the far side now and into the Toro zone. Wyand's back on it. Sorry, I'm distracted. Tank the Toro throwing something out into the crowd.
Oh, he's throwing money, Ken.
That's what it looked like.
I set my headset down and headed that way.
That's what caught me off guard. It looks like he's throwing money. Not sure what's going on. Rink staff is not going to like that as this is ahead into the zone. Parker shot gloved and held by Lucas Murray. What is Tank doing?
They must be worth something because everybody's picking them up.
Yes. 613 seconds left in period number 2. Shots on goal 17-15 in favor of the Wilderness. But it's the Toros and Bruins who are Toros and Wilderness who are tied at 1. I'm on autopilot. This is thrown in the middle by Nixick, taken away by Holmstrom, right back by Dow. Looks down low for Nixick. He oversteps. Wyand ties him up. They continue to dig in the corner. Wyand getting away with all kinds of hooking. Shot in front, rebound, hacked at it. Still loose, never got through to Murray. Finally picked up by Dollimer. Dolly sauces to Springman. Springman gains the line on the near side. He's looking across. There's no one there. Now he just banks it deep. Parker and Martinson come together. Martinson does well to use his skate to keep that puck free, trying to work it down the wall. Near side, Vold. Ahead to the far side. Unable to control was Parker at the red line. Diddle takes over for the Toros in his own zone. Ditz speeds up the middle. Jake Diddle dangles through. Ditz, shot save made. Rebound still loose. Side of the net. It's in. Jake Diddle.
I think Austin Martinson got that.
Martinson got it instead. Correction.
Diddle got it around and got the puck. And it was underneath Canyon. And Austin Martinson fished it out and was able to slide it into the back of the net.
Austin Martinson, that gives him goals 2 weekends in a row.
Minnesota is saying there was a hand pass on that where I'm not sure.
If the officials didn't see it live, I don't think there's any way you're going to get that call. And we're going to keep it a good goal, I believe. 9:22 to play in the second.
That's a big goal for the Toros and a big goal for Martinson. He's had a couple really good weeks, I think, and he deserves that one.
He's a player who came back. He had that USHL slump after coming back. Shot, that goes wide of the net. And Tank just threw something onto the ice. He's been dumping those coupons, and one came over the glass.
I thought about 50 of them were going to go over the glass.
It was awfully close. This is chipped into the zone.
Not
and
sure
a penalty
who the penalty is coming on.
Interference.
Neither goalie made a move.
It's coming against the Toros. Alex Adams is being escorted to hockey jail. 8:52 left to go here in period number 2, and the Toros will be shorthanded for the second time tonight.
I don't think it. I'm not sure what. Nobody has went to the penalty box.
Alex Adams is in there. I see his gloves and his helmet. He's just retying his skate.
No, that's from the fight, Ken.
Is that? Oh, no, that's still the guy from the... Oh, yeah, because Alex Adams is over
there. Nobody has went to the penalty box.
Zach Bross is, and he just had some words for the officials.
I did not. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. And the Wilderness are back to the power play.
Wilderness control. It's up top, Dow. Top of the umbrella for Vold. Vold thought about it. Comes down to Ebjors. Good tip of the pass by Zwiner, but he couldn't clear. Dow from the hash marks on the far side. Drops down below the goal line. Mahashanuk tries to jam it. Bouncing puck at the side of the net. And eventually Ebjors has to play up top to Vold. From the near point. Vold across to the far and Dow. They'll get back in their umbrella shot. Set up. Follow-up try. Good save by Lucas Murray going side to side. Stopped a pair. This is Vold. Sweeps to the far side and Dow. Dow walks in. Comes to the hash marks and plays up top. Vold touches the near side. Ebjors one-timer kicks wide. Rebound will clear the zone on the far side. 1:13 left on the man advantage. Ebjors tosses across. Dangerously close to too many men, but the guy did get in the bench. It was Mahashanuk. That puck rings all the way around out to the neutral zone on the near side, and Roll takes over. Gives to Rastigano. Out of his net to stop was Murray, but he failed to do so. That allowed Zufrante to take over. Zufrante with an Olympic caliber dive does not get the call he was looking for.
You ever wonder why they don't call dives or just call the dive?
Without calling the initial penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they would.
I mean, that's how, if you read the rule book, I mean, but it's not ever called that way.
At any level, not just...
not just North American.
This is up top. Roll leaves off to the far side. Roll touches back down the wall. Quick shot, save made. Rebound loose in front. It missed everyone. Miro pokes at it. Zufrante able to keep, but... And then Wyand couldn't clear. I thought he was going to send it down, but it's kept. Roll. Shot tip. Nice save by Lucas Murray on that tip. Glass and out. Just barely. Miro tries to touch and go, but Roll with a good keep. They gain the line. 3-on-2 on the power play. 4 seconds left on the man advantage. The Zufrante shot is blocked off, and the Toros come full strength. Barras out of the box. He'll look to jump right back into the play as that goes up and into the mesh for a whistle. 6:48 left to go in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1.
That's another kill for the Toros and a good penalty kill. They kept it on the perimeter for most of the time. And when needed, Murray made a couple big saves off tips.
Toros penalty kill has been nails all year, ranked 4th in the league, but it's been especially good against these Wilderness. Just 3 for now 27 on the power play are the Wilderness against the Toros. This comes to the near side. It'll roll into the zone. Gotts is on it quickly. Thrown around to the far side. Martinson, who scored a goal last shift, plays down the wall looking for help from Springman. Instead, it's kicked back to the point. That's shot on by Luke Johnson. His first mark of the score sheet as a Toro is a shot on goal that's saved by Kenya for a whistle. 6:26, a palindrome on the clock. Toros lead 2-1 here in period number 2.
I think Johnson's really held his own tonight and had a good night in his first night.
Certainly has. It'll be interesting to see how big of a role he plays going down the stretch.
We're
the Toros,
really deep in defense, so
Toros in general are deep. Golomer and Goodmanson. Well, with you guys doing the intermission reports now, I don't keep as close an eye on the rest of the league as I should. Brookings is up on Aberdeen, and Austin is up on Bismarck. That's now a 3-0 game down in the capital of North Dakota. Big hit by Austin Martinson. Oh, my. That was Altman who took the worst of that.
He was going for him again.
There's a shot. Altman, I believe, was one of the players involved in one of the earlier scrums. Now Altman has it, gains the line on the near side, puts one deep into the corner. Dow and Martinson come together. Martinson hits him hard as well. Dow comes out with it though. Smolek's shot gobbled up by Lucas Murray. Austin Martinson found some grit to his game tonight, it seems.
He's had a spark tonight. Good, solid hit though, boy. It was clean. He buried his shoulder right into the chest of Altman, and that one was one that looked like it hurt him a little bit.
Yeah. Altman to the bench. He's taking his helmet off, making sure everything still works. They're going to toss Talbot from the draw for some reason. 5:51 left in period number 2. Roll controls off the draw for the Wilderness and puts it in behind the Toro net. Nixick looks to stop it there. Banks to the far side. Parker has trouble with the referee. The officials have really been in the way tonight, Brad.
They had a tough first period. I know they got hit a couple times and fell down once for sure.
Nixick behind the cage again. Taken away nicely by Luke Davison. Davies had perhaps his best run as a Toro here this second half of the year. This is Roll. Dumped in. Davison touched ahead. Talbot 3-on-3 as the Toros hit the red line. But Lafferty couldn't settle it down. Roll does and plays back to Vold. Mahashina touches that ahead, but Davy quickly on it, plays it to Holmstrom. Banked ahead, Talbot. Talbot speeds into the zone on the far side, but it pops up into the bench off the linesman's knee for a whistle. 4:57 left to go here in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1. Bross and Martinson with the goals. Bross is another highlight reel goal, and Martinson's just a hard work goal at the side of the net. Gotts and Pionk come together. Pionk bounced off behind the net, but Ross using his body well to protect. Ross so strong on his skates. In behind. Castagno. This is Adams taking it away. It's a head for Pionk. A nice stretch pass, but Pionk hooked off. And then a good, respectful play there by Nate. Brad, I think that's one where, especially as chippy as this game has been,
he could have drove through him there, and he let up big time, and he twisted his body to get away from it. But I was just thinking about it. We talked about the lack of flow in the first, and then lack of flow to the second. But we've watched a lot of hockey this year, and we both are anticipating the playoffs so much. Maybe it's us that are just not giving the game a fair shot because we are waiting for next weekend so much.
This is true. This period's been a lot better.
A lot better.
A lot better. But this period's been good hockey. The first period,
we definitely want fans to get down here next weekend to the Pepsi Arena because it is going to be exciting.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we play. We haven't seen Aberdeen since January. And,
I feel like it's going to be Brookings, and I just hope we pack this place on Friday night. It's exciting hockey, and
it could come down to tomorrow. Brookings is still up on Aberdeen one rip. If Brookings wins that game tomorrow, we could get Aberdeen.
Either way, I just can't wait for next Friday night.
They dig in the near corner. Koss will chip that in. Far side, it pokes around to the near side. Miro has it with some room. Miro looks to the far point. Wyan steps into one. Save made. No rebound given. Yeah, Aberdeen's only 3 points up. So if Brookings holds on tonight, whoever wins tomorrow's game, unless it goes to overtime, then you get into tiebreaker scenarios. Which
we'll worry about that tomorrow. Yeah. Either way, it doesn't. I don't know that it matters. I mean, I sit during this time of the year, and my favorite teams, I try to pick who do I want in the first round, and man, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind Aberdeen just because the bus ride's 2.5 hours shorter. But this is Holmstrom. It's not really the best reason.
No, it isn't, Ken, because I think Aberdeen's given us a tougher test.
Long shot, gobbled up. The Toros had a very good record. I believe 9-2-1 against Aberdeen this year.
Careful what you wish for, though.
The first 6 games were a different Aberdeen team.
Absolutely. Aberdeen's really come on since Christmas, and that's a team that can upset somebody in that first round.
They picked up that goaltender Ploget. He's been a total difference maker for them because their other stats other than save percentage were good in the first half of the year. Wrong shot blockered away by Murray. Thrown to the near side half wall. Zweiner trying to clear. He stepped into by Farabee in the 2-17s battle. Zweiner wins it. 2-on-1 into the zone. Zweiner's got Talbot with him. He finds the trailer instead. Shot. Save made from in tight. Was it post?
I couldn't tell. It looked like it was either post or... Yeah.
This is far side Johnson. Shot put up into the mesh by Kania. But yeah, the Toros, as I was saying, 9-2-1 against Aberdeen, but Aberdeen was getting shots. They were doing well in the possession stats. Goal. They just weren't getting goaltending. I think I'm blanking on their backup goaltender's name now. He was the starter at the time. His save percentage was in the 880s.
And goaltending's so huge, and that's one of the reasons the Toros have had success this year. They've had good goaltending, and you need good goaltending down the stretch.
Near side, Talbot. Even Lucas Murray, his numbers don't pop off the page. But that's really only because of a bad stretch he had in November. He had a couple of, I think, 4 bad starts. Davey walks in, puts one up off the chest of the goaltender, Kania. I think for the most part, Lucas Murray's been dependable.
He had one in Bismarck later in the year, right?
Yes.
That kind of skewed his stats a little bit, too.
That one gets sent down, and it will go for icing as Davey wins the race. 2:31 left to go here in period number 2. They're playing the twist, Brad.
I don't see anybody dancing, though, do you?
No, but I believe that's a Chubby Checker song,
is.
if memory serves. Chubby Checker coming to the Mesa Arena. Hopefully we won't be here to see it. Hopefully we'll be in Duluth.
I hope so.
For the final 4 here. But yeah, May 12th and 13th, Chubby Checker will be in the building, along with Herman's Hermits and some other groups. Should be a fun show if, you're not busy watching Toros hockey. This one's dumped in. Lucas Murray out of his net to stop it. 2:10 left to go here in period number 2. Anyways, you can get tickets for that show at MinotaurosHockey.com. That's ahead for Adams and onside, apparently. I don't know about that, but the Toros will take it in for Pionk with a nifty tip. Doesn't go. Pionk plays up top. Holmstrom. Mahashanuk just flat out fell down. I can't say what I almost said because we're on radio. That's a cover by Kania. 1:47 left to go in period number 2. 24-23, the shots on goal in favor of the Wilderness.
Looked like someone shot him.
But the Toros lead 2-1. Dylan Mills and Paul O'Connor finally released from hockey jail. They've served their 15+. Speaking of tickets you can get at MinotaurosHockey.com, Brad, playoff tickets. They go on sale Monday at noon. For the general public, season ticket holders will be able to get a hold of those earlier. That's up off the glass. Mucha. They dig in behind. Craddock working. 92 seconds. It's up top. Wyan sweeps across. Davey had the shot blocked, but he gets it back. Walks in. Davison shot save made. Rebound loose and a cover by Luke Kania. Craddock in the corner with Zufrante. Craddock wears a cage. Zufrante a bubble. Nothing should be coming of that. 1:23 left to go here in the second. Toros still lead by 1.
Toros have went back ahead in shots at 25-24.
It's been a good stretch here for the Toros. It seemed like the Wilderness controlled the first part of the period, but really the last 5 minutes or so have all been to our right.
That's funny how momentum goes.
Toros control off the draw. Thrown down low, Springman. Martinson's there as well, but it kicks to the far side. Davey had Ebjorst lined up. It's chipped back into late offside. Toros need to clear. Springman with another big hit. Martinson will race and win the race for icing.
Late whistle, too, though.
That was a very close call. The draw will come down to the left of Kenya.
Usually they blow the whistle a little bit quicker than having Martinson get to the end line and touch the puck.
I think Dow thought he had the race won. He pulled up. That allowed Martinson to get that last step in.
I think the linesman thought maybe that Dow was going to win that race, but...
And now they toss Dahlimer. So Springman will step in as well instead. Springman tries to shoot it off the draw. It ends up to the side of the net. Dahlimer works a cycle with Springman. Springman tries to go back the way he came. Now Springman gets worked over. Dahlimer with a cross check on Mills. Dahlimer works it to Springman. Springman looking into the middle. That was waist high for Martinson. Couldn't do anything with it. Toros touch up and pursue. Springman had a man lined up. Passes off the mark and it will go for icing again. And again, the Wilderness will not be allowed to change. 31.3. 2 back-to-back icings. They've got to have some tired legs. You'd like to see maybe pop one in here before the horn.
Oh, tough for the coach because the coach wants to call a timeout now, but he's thinking 31 seconds to go in the period. I just hope they can hold the fort down.
Yeah. Close the gates, hold the fort, and hope you get that timeout. In a 1-goal game, you might need that in the third. Diddle controls, plays down to Pionk. Pionk's shot, that's blocked. Ross is on it. Marty Murray thinking the same thing. He immediately came out with the top line after that icing.
Ooh, there's a good
Ross walks in. Adams plays the body. Dow chips out to neutral again. Diddle's on it. Just 12 seconds. D to D. Johnson. Pass into the middle is broken up, and the horn will... Wow, I'm early. 5 seconds left. Puck lays free. And now Bross and Ebjors came together. Did Bross get him with a slew foot?
Yeah. Yeah, Bross came flying in and slew-footed him, and he's going to get called for that, and that was a retaliation.
Maybe should be more than 2 as well.
Yeah, I think it might be because it was pretty blatant. It was one of those right at the end of the period where that guy... where the player's just waiting for the horn to go, and he comes flying in with that slew foot.
In fact, the officials are going to discuss whether that should be more than 2. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was.
No, I wouldn't think he'd get more than tomorrow night, would he?
No.
What are they doing?
They gave him a 2-minute trip.
Sweet. Because that wasn't a trip.
No.
Man,
and the horn sounds.
I can't. That's one of those. That was, I'm a big fan of Bross, but that was kind of one of those dirty plays. So that's kind of scary.
So we're through 2. Score is the Toros 2, the Wilderness 1. Brad and Blake will be back with the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minatoros Network.
Toros forward Zach Bross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries, for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300. Fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to LibertyTax.com.
An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, The hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. I'm Blake Friars, now going alongside Brad Barut. Toros lead 2-1 after 1. Zach Ross takes a late undisciplined penalty at the end of the period. 2 minutes for tripping. Could have been worse. Could have been called a smooth footing, and he could have been out of this game.
Yeah, it's a non-disciplined play, and that's not really very Zach Ross-like. And I'm sure he'll get a talking to in the period break, and the Toros will come back and kill this thing off. And that was a much more entertaining second period, and there's a little bit of everything. We had a good tilt in it, a couple goals and some penalties, and a little bit more flow to the period, and a little bit more of what I guess you'd expect from a first and second place team.
The guy that really stood out for me was Austin Martinson. Boy, he got the 2-1 goal for the Toros. He was in on the forecheck, hard hitting all period, man. He was an energy guy that period.
I tell you, Austin's really found his role on that third line, and he has made that third line probably one of the most potent third lines in the North American Hockey League, because the kid can do it all. He can score, and he showed you he can take the body on good, legal, heavy, hard checks, and digs the puck out and scores a gritty, ugly goal that you gotta love. And those are the ones I love to score. And Austin's just a class act, great kid, and sure fun to watch him progress in his hockey career.
The goal that the Minnesota Wilderness did score, kind of a bad scramble. Lucas Murray down and out on his stomach, and they put it by him. Lucas Murray kind of fought the puck a couple times. He's looking around to see where the puck was a few times, and it seemed like he was lost in his head a few times.
Yeah, I thought he made the saves he had to make, and the one that was let in was off of a rebound, and quite frankly, the way I feel there is the goalie makes the first save, and it's your defensive job to clear that out. So I don't pin that one on Lucas, because that's why we have defensemen, and their job is to clear that puck out or clear that man out. So, solid period for Murray, and he's kept this team right in it and made the saves when he's needed to make the saves, and we roll on to the third. Taking a look at the scoring summary as I'm trying to get it to come up here on the computer, but first, I guess, that's locked up. Let's we'll run to a commercial, and we'll hit the interview with forward Austin Koss, and then when we get back, we'll go over the scoring penalty recap and fly right into the North American Hockey League scores.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to IRETapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. I'm Blake Friars, now joined by Toro Ford Austin Koss. Thanks for some time tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Austin, 2 games left with the regular season, and you head into playoffs. What is the outlook for the last weekend of the season and heading into playoffs?
We just want to stay focused, play 60 minutes of our game. Just focus on the simple things, get the job done, and finish the regular season strong.
How do you keep the momentum going into the playoffs?
We got a lot ahead of us. We just got to stay focused, and we know we have hopefully more games after this regular season to go to, and we just want to finish strong and hopefully get to that Robbie Cup.
This team is so deep when it comes up front. You're in and out of the lineup, a battle to get in and out. What is the challenge like keeping that consistency in your game?
I just go out there every night, just try my hardest, and try to earn my spot in the lineup every night. We got a lot of depth up front. I just try to be myself and contribute to the team with what I'm best at. You got a big role in the penalty kill for this team. Talk to me a little bit about that. Yeah, I don't know. I really like being on the penalty kill. I like blocking shots, sacrificing my body for the team, just getting the job done. We have, I think we're 3rd or 4th place in the league with our penalty kill, so we take pride in that, and we just try to get better and better at that every day, along with our power play too. Having 2 goalies to give you a chance to win each and every day, what does that do for the team? They're both strong. We both have confidence in both. We all have confidence in both of them. At the end of the night, we just want to make sure we can do our best and keep pucks away from them as most as possible. Well, what's one key to victory tonight against a tough Minnesota team? Playing our game, not stepping out of our, or just playing in our comfort zone. Just getting shots on net, crashing the net, and doing the simple things that'll help us win. Thanks. Best of luck tonight. Thank you. That's Ford Austin Cost, Ford of the Minot Minotauros. When we come back, we'll recap the second period and get you set for the third.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility, and any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implementing and Mystery Report on Blake Friars, and let's recap a little bit of what happened in that second period.
Well, as far as let's go over the penalties of the period first. At the 3:12 mark, we had a good tilt between Dylan Mills and Paul O'Connor. Probably one of the better fights of the year, and both players received a 5-minute fighting majors and 10-minute misconducts for fighting. That was at the 3:12 mark. At the 7:35 mark, Nick Altman received a boarding penalty as he hit Zach Bross into the far corner. Luke Davidson retaliated and received a 2-minute roughing. Both those at the 7:35 mark. At the 11:06 mark, Zach Bross received an interference minor. And then the one we talked about previously at the 19:59 mark, Zach Bross was given a 2-minute tripping call. Maybe got away with one there as far as the calls go from the officials. Scoring summary at the 2:23 mark, Zach Bross scored his 15th of the year unassisted, which I think they'll go back and change that as Adam set him up on a beautiful pass, and Zach Bross got the puck in the slot and had all the time in the world and beat Kania over the blocker side. At the 3:21 mark, Zach Mills replied for the Wilderness, scoring his 22nd with assist from Jesse Farbery and Michael Zuvante. The Toros bounced right back at the 10:38 mark, and Austin Martinson banged in a goal that I think Jake Diddle will actually get an assist on. Puck scramble in front of the net. Diddle had 2 beautiful shots as he made a good play as he skated down the slot and went around some guys and got in there. And Martinson was able to dig it out and bury it home. And good game so far. 2-1 going into that third. Shots stand 25-24 in favor of the Toros. Taking a look around the North American League right now, in Aberdeen with 7:39 to go in the third, Brookings holds a 2-0 lead over Aberdeen. And down in the capital city, Bismarck, the Austin Bruins look like they will go on to win this game at 9:03. The Bruins lead the Bobcats 4-0, and that'll end the Bismarck Bobcats season. So that'll set the Central Division with the 4 teams, but with the scores tonight the way they are, it's going to take till tomorrow night at least to figure out who's going to get who in that first round.
Absolutely. Whether it's Aberdeen at 3 or if Brookings hops over Aberdeen here. You take a look in the NHL. Tampa Bay Lightning wrapped up their victory in Montreal 4-2. So right now they're at 92 points and 1 point behind Toronto, and the pressure's really on the Leafs now to get at least a point and get back in the playoffs.
Oh, it's going to create an exciting night tomorrow night, and Saturday night's going to be buzzing in Toronto, and it's going to be an interesting finishing 2 days to the season with just one game tonight. Quite a few games on Saturday night and quite a few games again on Sunday, and that'll wrap it up. And late Sunday night, we'll be able to sit back and look and see who's going to play who in that playoffs that'll start on Wednesday night, and that's always a fun time of year. And then on Friday night, we'll be able to get in the car and drive down to the Pepsi Center and take on and watch the first place Toros take on whether it be Aberdeen or Brookings. It'll be a fun night, and it'll be rocking in here, and great crowd again tonight. And I'd just love to see that sellout on Friday night, and I think that's totally possible. We encourage everybody to get down and get to the game. It's fun, entertaining for the whole family, and we'll take a commercial break right now. The Toros Network, AM 1390 KRZ, hockey, TV, and internet radio pro-style production.
Twice a year. That's it. Just 2 times a year we pull out all of the stops for our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale.
You can save up to $500 store-wide on the best brands. Sealy queen sets are as low as $299. You save $200.
Plus, you get a free pillow, free mattress protector, or a free frame with select purchases. I'm Jason.
And I'm Krista. We're your local owners of Mattress Firm in North Dakota. We carry more and we sell more Tempur-Pedic mattresses than any store in the state.
During our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale, you can sleep interest-free till 2021.
You can sleep on a Tempur-Pedic for just $34 a month. Plus, you get our Mattress Firm Sleep Happy Guarantee. If you're not happy with your new mattress, we'll give you your money back.
If you're ready for a better night's sleep, then come to our semi-annual sale going on now at Mattress Firm in Bismarck, Minot, Dickinson, and Williston. Nobody in North Dakota sells Tempur-Pedic or Sealy mattresses for less.
Nobody.
I need money now, but I heard there could be a refund delay.
Go to Liberty Tax. They'll help you out. Apply for an easy advance of up to $1,300.
Really?
Yep, let Liberty Tax prepare your taxes. If you're approved for an easy advance, you could get up to $1,300. Fast.
Sounds good.
Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com. An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd to February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. When you take a look at that second period, you're going to expect the same in the third period. It's going to be hard hitting, physical, like a playoffs matchup.
It's been a little bit more physical than I anticipated tonight when both teams, I think both coaches, when they woke up this morning, thought, well, we just want to get out of this weekend without injuries. And get a couple points along the way, and we'll be happy with that. But so far, so good on the injury front as far as we know, and it's been a much more entertaining second period, and I think the third period will be much of the same. Back and forth scoring in the second, and I don't think we're done scoring here. I think we're going to have a couple more goals in this one, and I expect a good tight 1-goal game by the time we're done.
That's all for the Implementing Intermission Report. When we come back, Ken Odo and Brad Baruta will have the call for you for the third period. You're listening to the Implement Intermission Report on the Toro Radio Network.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holberg from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services. Make your event Pro Style.
Toros forward Zach Pross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300. Fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to LibertyTax.com.
An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hey, Look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait. No,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Third period's underway. We dumped into the near side. Jufrante plays back to the point. Mills up top roll. Mills gets it right back. Jufrante holds with the hash marks, drops down to the side of the net. Wilderness are still on the power play. They had a full 2 minutes to start the period. 90 seconds of it left. Once again, you've got the Minitoros Network. I'm Ken Oda, Brad Burwood alongside. Toros lead 2-1 through 40 minutes and now 37 seconds. Near side, Jufrante dumps it cross corner. On it quickly is Wyan, banks ahead but not out. Mills keeps it, stepped into Mucha with a dangerous swing, but he holds onto the puck instead. Mucha looking to go shorthanded. Miro working 1-on-4 on his backhand. He's forced to turn. He's got Craddock driving the net. Puck's taken away. Miro wins it back and just throws one wide of the cage. Rather nonchalant play by Kenya there. That one was awfully close to be that casual.
That was a good play by Miro, too. He circled back around. He kind of coughed it up, but was able to regain that and get it deep.
That's what you're always nervous about when guys go shorthanded like that, is you give one up, and suddenly it's an odd man rush the other way. The Hashanuk's shot, that's blocked up and out of play for a whistle. 18:33 left to go in period number 3. 33 seconds left on the man advantage.
Stollimer sets in for the face-off with Nixick. Stollimer wins it into the corner. Holmstrom drives it back around to
Zwiner takes over. And this is Kenya. Leaves for Vold behind his net. The Wilderness start up with 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Into the middle. Zwiner's there. And poked back out to neutral. 12 seconds left on the man advantage. 10. Dumped in. And it goes for icing. Took some convincing. But finally the linesman blew it dead. Draw will come back down into the offensive zone for the Toros, who are still shorthanded for the next 4 seconds. Draw controlled by the Toros. Quick shot by Pionk is blocked off. Vold will retreat behind his own cage as the Toros come full strength. Ross released from hockey jail for his tripping call with 1 second left in the second period. Murray out of his net plays that back in behind. Guided around to the near side and Pionk. Pionk into the middle, broken up. Pionk speeds ahead. Dumped into the near corner. Kenya out of his net, sweeps it around to the far side. Adams. Farabee can't settle it down. Diddle. Mills broken up. Thrown down to Jufrante. Jufrante, shot save made. Still loose, and finally a cover goes. Draw will be to the right of Lucas Murray. 50-50 draw, eventually kicked back to the point. Far side, Springman. Another shot save made, no rebound given.
A couple draws in a row here in the Toros end.
Shots now 27-25 in favor of the Wilderness. Draw to the left of Lucas Murray this time. 50-50 draw. Ebjors lost the handle. Martinson will look to go the other way. Tonight's probably been Martinson's best game as a Toro this season.
He's been fun to watch tonight.
O'Connor with a follow-up try. That stopped. And the whistle goes. 16:47 left to go in the third.
You know, Martinson's one of those guys you know is going to be like critical in the playoffs for us. You know he's a gamer. He's going to show up every night, and he's really going to bring it to the table. And I think he's going to be one of the Toros' top playoff performers.
Talbot. Play to the near side. No, it's in behind. It bounces to the front. I was following the flow of play. Everyone was coming to the wall.
Talbot took a heavy slash on the wrist there. A big whack to the wrist.
Draw will be to the left of Kenya. And it's immediately blown dead. The draw will be again to the left of Kenya. Talbot and Goodmanson. Controlled by the Toros. Quick shot off the draw. Hits a leg. Caroms to the side of the net. Poked on net. And it's in. Swiner. Spencer Swiner with a little bit of puck luck. And the Toros lead 3-1.
Holmstrom fires that shot in, and it hit off about three things. Off the leg pad of Kenya, and Zwiner backhands it in past him and gives a little bit of a cushion, and the Toros lead 3-1. It's going to be Zwiner unassisted.
You know, he's been such a hard hat and lunch pail guy for the Toros, a very defensively responsible player. It's good to see him get one to go in at the other end of the ice. Because he keeps a lot off the board.
We had the awards this week, and the most improved player, I believe, went to Austin Park, was it?
Yes.
I can't help but think that Zwiner wasn't a candidate for that, too, because from the beginning of the season to now, boys, he changed as a player, and really after that Christmas break, he's developed into a really strong player for the Toros.
And, you know, with Park, he was certainly deserving. I looked at the numbers a little bit. He gave up 21 goals in his first 7 starts. 14 starts since, he's given up 21 goals again. So
Park's really developed into a strong goaltender.
He's been lights out. And he's going to look nice and shiny for the playoffs with that new bucket.
Yeah, hopefully it brings him some luck.
This is Diddle into the middle. Craddock tried to feed Koss. A no more Bobcats chant going through the stands, and that's because the Bobcats have officially been eliminated from playoff contention thanks to a 5-3 loss to the Austin Bruins.
Well, I know the Bobcats didn't send their condolences to us when we got knocked out of the playoffs, so I'm sure not going to send ours to them.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Brookings and Aberdeen have gone to overtime at Deuces.
Oh, that does change up the things a little bit.
That's poked free, so depending on who wins there.
You know, Ken, it will be a little different, though, not seeing Bismarck in the playoffs.
It will. Craddock ahead for Mucha. My hopes of short bus rides are dashed. My dream scenario is Bismarck and Aberdeen in whichever order they come, but that's gone. So we'll have some long trips. This is Wyand in behind. Mahashinuk tied up. Thrown down into the corner, O'Connor. O'Connor kicks it free for Bross. Bross will toss across. It'll end up on net, which will save an icing. 14:41 left to play here in the third. Toros lead 3-1. And that one is sent down for icing. Very late icing calls tonight.
That was interesting. Good crowd again tonight. Kind of didn't hear the number yet, but boy, it's fun to see this place filling up as the season is went. It seems like every weekend more and more and more keep coming, and people keep bringing their friends, and just keep that up. And next week, I'd like to pack this place. 1994 tonight's attendance, so that's very impressive.
Draw controlled by the Wilderness. Shot post for Gotts, and that goes up into the mesh for a whistle. So, 1,994 people. That's a pretty solid night.
It is.
For a game that, again, in the standings means nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how you are with this time of year with the NHL and the North American League getting to that clutch playoff time. Boy, that's all I want to do is watch hockey and think hockey, and it's good to see people come out.
Ross will get tossed from this draw. 14:19 to play here in the third. Shots on goal 30-28. Toros lead that. They lead by 2 as well for shots in goal, 3-1. Nice poke check there by Davison, and he took that puck away. Davey ahead for Bross. Bross carries over the red, banks for Adams. Adams touches back to Davison. Davey leaves for Pionk. What a nice passing play. That's one thing I don't think any team in this division can match, the Toros' offensive skill. The problem is the Toros know that and sometimes get too cute. This is Mostegano to the far side. And Zach Mills ahead for Gotts. Luke Johnson takes it away. Diddle plays back in behind for Johnson. Johnson finds Martinson on the near side. Martinson puts one on net. That's gloved and held by Kenya as Dahlimer was lurking. 13:28 left to play in period number 3. Draw will be to the left of Kenya.
Are the golf courses open in Bismarck yet?
I don't know. Souris Valley just opened Thursday.
Yeah.
Up top for Springman, but that's blocked off. Nixick in his own zone plays it back. And that's put up over the glass. And finds one of the very few empty seats, fortunately.
Which is good.
13:15 left to go here in the third. Toros lead by a pair. See if they've gone final in in Aberdeen, I should say. They have not. Draw controlled by the Toros. Haven't gotten to say that much tonight if you've got one complaint about the evening. Far side, Martinson wins a battle, plays down low for Dahlimer, but it hopped over his stick. Martinson throws that down low. Rolls back on it. Still waiting for a final in Aberdeen. Not sure what the delay is. They must be going to a shootout.
Yeah.
That's shot wide.
Yeah, it's a shootout in progress.
And now that is offside for a whistle. We'll take our media timeout, be back with the rest of the third period after this quick message here on the Minotauros Network.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Toros lead 3-1 here with 12:40 left to play in the third. Nick Altman on the attack though for the Wilderness. Shot save made, rebound given. Cleaned up nicely by the Toros. Lafferty starts Zwiner. Zwiner Plays it into the zone, then gets held up by Dobbs. He gives Dobbs a slash. Hankes tells Dobbs it wasn't enough to draw a call. He actually shook his head at him when Dobbs looked to the official. Altman throws that into Holmstrom's gut. They battle along the near wall. Dobbs gets spun down by Lafferty. Rough shift for Dobbs. Meanwhile, it's in behind the Wilderness net. They continue to dig. They're still in a shootout down in Aberdeen. Up top, Davison, long shot. That's held by Kenya. They are not posting the shooters. So I can't tell you how many rounds it's been, but based on the time, I'm thinking they've got to be close to 10 rounds already. Draws to the right of Kenya. Glass and out for the Wilderness. This will go not far enough for icing. Diddle plays it. It's booted, but it goes right to Luke Johnson. I can't talk enough about how well that kid has played in his first game with the Toros. He got here
very composed
Monday. He had a week of practice, and he looks like a guy who's been able to jump right in.
He's real composed out there and patient with the puck, and been impressive.
Mucha tries to work it to the front, but it's Craddock. Drops down low for Mucha. Mucha delays, spins down the wall. Pokes it down to Koss. Koss goes back to Mucha. Mucha tries to stuff it 5-hole, and it's in! Austin Koss!
Just when you thought Mucha was going to be able to bury one, it goes between his legs and kind of bounces and sits in the slot. And Austin Koss picks up the garbage and fires it in.
Good, hard-working goal for the guy who was just named the hardest-working Toro.
Oh, you like to see that for a guy like Austin. He's a good kid, and he's worked hard this year, and it's fun to see those guys get rewarded with a goal. It's a critical goal that changes the complexion of the period.
For Koss, it's just his fourth of the season. You know, another nice thing about those are the kind of goals that a guy who's been in a scoring slump, him and Zwiner, guys who haven't put one in the net in a while, all of a sudden they have a little bit more jump and confidence going into the postseason next weekend.
We got some timely goals from some guys tonight that don't usually put up the goals, so that's fun to see.
Draw will come all the way back down into the Toro zone after the icing. They gave that to Miro, but that was definitely Koss's goal.
Miro should get an assist on it.
He should. Loose puck in front of the Toro net. Johnson doing well to keep that away from Nick Altman. Flipped out. And this is the near side Pionk. Wilderness coming back the other. Near side Bross. And that is a high stick, so we have a whistle. 10:04 left to play. Here in the third, Toros up 4-1. Assuming no disasters here, this will be win number 38 for the Toros, which is a new franchise record.
That's great. And it's just the 6th year now. That's 6 years. That's great to bring a banner home, and the fun has only begun, Ken.
Save made. Dobbs keeps it. Broken stick for Martinson. Martinson plays the body on Mills. Long shot kicked away by Lucas Murray. Near side, Martinson steps in. Puck kicked free, blocked off, in behind. Ebjorst tries to stuff it, and an alert Lucas Murray covers it. Hungry Hippo style.
Oh, late scrum here.
Be interesting to see what tomorrow looks like. Still no.
Well, now this overtime should clinch it for Minnesota.
No, depending on the results of the shootout, if Aberdeen wins, Aberdeen will be within 2 points of the Wilderness.
It's got to be the longest shootout in North American history.
It feels like they've been in a shootout for roughly 20 minutes. They could have just played a whole period of hockey, Brad.
Saddest thing is we've been watching that as much as we've been watching the game because it's important. It's fun to see who you're going to play.
And the good news is we know we're not playing the Bobcats. The Bobcats fall 5-3 to the last place Austin Bruins and will officially be out of the postseason. I haven't gone back to look. How long has it been since the Bobcats missed the playoffs?
You know, that's something I'm surprised I didn't.
Taken away. Good save on Farabee by Lucas Murray. They dig in the near corner. There is still a hockey game going on here as it's up top. Gotts. Fans on the shot. Fans razz him a little bit. Now puts one well wide of the net. Farabee was trying to tip it. Davey puts that ahead. Zwiner. Zwiner touches for Talbot, but it's out of his reach, and the puck comes back towards the Toro line. Zufrante. Across. Long shot. That goes wide. Lafferty lost his stick. Bouncing puck. Wilderness can't capitalize. Davison has his stick checked, but it managed to get enough of the puck to get it out to neutral ice. Holmstrom with a nice move there, flat-footed. A very subtle play there for the Toros defenseman. Mucha. Mucha starts ahead. Mahashanuk takes it away, feeds Altman. Blocker save by Murray. Fought well through traffic. You know, as much as we've talked about Austin Park tonight, who's backing up, Lucas Murray's had a fantastic night, Brad.
He has. He's just been quietly just solid all night long. Made a couple key saves in the beginning of the second period, I thought. That kept the Toros when the Wilderness were putting pressure on, and he's had a good night.
This is around to the near side. This could very well be his last start as a Toro, depending on how the playoffs go. Taken away. Loose in front. Holmstrom plays it to the near side. Up top roll. Shot blocked off. Bounced ahead. Loose in front. And played with a high stick, so the draw stays in the Toro zone. 7:06 left to play in the third. Shots on goal 33-32 in favor of the Toros, but it's the Toros up big, 4-1. Zafrante and Bross on the draw. Bross playing center on this line now. I suppose he has all night with Pionk and Adams. I just not used to seeing Zach Bross take draws. Adams will save icing.
You know, he hasn't done too bad on them tonight.
No, he hasn't. Though with Stephenson and Jenner coming back in the lineup, Zach Bross will not be a center once the playoffs start. Good stick by Diddle. Also another reason perhaps the Wilderness have dominated faceoffs for the most part on the evening. In front, Farabee, shot fought off by Lucas Murray. And then Diddle puts Farabee down hard. And Farabee wants to go with Diddle.
So why are they taking Diddle? Diddle did nothing there, got punched in the face.
He took him down pretty hard well after that puck was out of play. I don't mind taking Diddle there.
If they don't call him for roughing. If they call him for tripping, I'm fine with it.
It was a hit along the board. It could have been a rough, a trip, whatever you wanted.
I guess.
Now, if they're calling it purely for after all of that, they're still talking.
So they gave Diddle a roughing.
Now,
Tomorrow night might get interesting.
I wouldn't be shocked to the way they were just talking the penalty boxes. I would not be shocked to see these two guys go tomorrow.
I don't think they can go. I don't think you dare go tomorrow.
Because if it's deemed a staged fight, you're out game one of the postseason.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Murray, I don't think Diddle will dress tomorrow, do you? That's my own opinion.
A little bird told me that the Toros intend to treat tomorrow as a playoff primer and go with the game one lineup.
Oh, that's good.
So, with these last few games, everyone juggling lines, playing with different guys, you want to give them a game to get back.
I'm all for that because there's momentum things in that are critical and going into that week. Look at Bross trying to get who is that 16 to go.
That would be Gunnar Goodmanson.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go with Bross.
He wouldn't be wise to. Now he just stuck his leg out as he went by Bross. Tomorrow will be interesting.
I don't know. Maybe you don't play all your guys. I don't know what you do. Boy, it's a tough coaching decision.
Brookings wins the shootout, which means we still don't know who we're playing.
Who cares?
We know it won't be Bismarck.
Or Austin.
Or
Minnesota.
But it will be the loser
of tomorrow's
game between Brookings and Aberdeen. So who do you root for?
I don't know. I think it's a bad omen to pick who you want. I know who I want in my head. I just don't think I'll say it because that might jinx us.
Carried into the zone on the far side. We asked that question at the Toros Awards banquet, and I would not let the coaches off the hook without answering. But I promised them I wouldn't say who they said since that banquet was... There were a few fans there. There were about 45 tickets sold to fans. As that's taken away by Springman. Springman on his backhand. Can't get it to go as it's gloved and held. 4:58 left to go. We got them to answer by promising that the answer wouldn't leave the room.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a risky one to even answer.
Yeah. Offensive zone draw for the Toros with 4:58 left to go. 33-32. The shots on goal. Draws to the left of Kenya. 50-50 draw. Dahlemer can't control as Molek does. Plays to the far side. Carried ahead by Dylan Mills. Into the zone. Mills put down hard by Luke Davison. That was a heck of a hit.
That's a toss-up between that one or Martinson for the top hit of the night.
Wow.
And Mills he's a big boy.
He is. 6'3", 201 is Dylan Mills. And Luke Davison just put him down like a loaf of bread. Pass ahead finds Springman. Springman chips it ahead. Talbot right around Dobbs. Talbot walks in. Wires save made. Rebound loose. But it's the Wilderness who gather. So we still don't know who we're going to play. In behind to the near side. Lafferty turned it over and then won it right back. Plays ahead for Talbot. Talbot feeds Zwiner. Zwiner looks across. Lafferty can't kick to the stick and fire. Got set up with a golden opportunity. No offense to midget major players, but that's probably not a pass a kid like Lafferty's used to catching.
No. Yeah, it's got up midair and...
Yeah. Toros start up ice. 3:20 to play here in the third in a 3-goal game. That's all kinds of offside.
And Diddle and them come out if they're going to... Diddle's looking, they're talking.
They can't go now. It's under 5 minutes. Unless they want tomorrow off. Yeah. That's one way to get tomorrow off. If memory serves, Jesse Farabee at one time was a Bismarck Bobcat, which could big hit behind the play.
Davison again.
Craddock. Another big hit. This time it was Craddock on Koss, unfortunately. Both seem okay. It's ahead for Koss. He touches it ahead for Mucha. Miro. Help from Koss. Koss gets stood up by Rustigano. Along the wall, Holmstrom keeps it, chops it down in behind for Mucha. To the far side, Koss is going to play the bot. No, he's not. Puck's ahead, not out of the zone. Finally, the Wilderness start up ice with 2:34 showing on the game clock. A magician, that's why I knew Farabee's name. He was a Minnesota magician. May have been a Bobcat last year. They continue to dig.
Holmstrom and Parker have been going at it for the whole shift.
Touched ahead, not out. Good keep. Zach Mills diving poke by O'Connor. Delayed call coming on Koss. I didn't see it.
Slashing as Parker was heading to the bench. He got a good two-hander from Koss.
2:05 left to play here in the third. The Toros will hopefully spend the next 2 minutes of it shorthanded.
This is Dr. Jason Beckley at Century Eyewear today. It was called on Toro skater number 18, Austin Koss. 2 minutes slashing.
So the Toros will be shorthanded. Leading by 3. You know, if you're the Wilderness, a quick power play goal here, and you still have time to pull the goalie and start to make it interesting. Up top, Vold leaves off far side, shot flubbed. It'll come around to the near side corner. They continue to dig. 101 seconds left in regulation. Toros lead 4-1. Vold comes down the wall. Walks to the top of the umbrella, does Vold. Comes back to the near side, Dow. Dow up top of the umbrella, Vold. Vold leaves off far circle. Zafrante across to the near circle, and Dow didn't catch it cleanly. Now he'll trade places with Vold at the top of the umbrella. Zafrante holds at the hash, goes up to Dow. Dow. And now he trades places again with Vold. Vold to the top of the umbrella, but the puck's to the side of the net. Nixick, shot safe. Bahashanuk throws up top. Near side, Dow. Dow back up top of the umbrella. Vold brings it through traffic. It's blocked off. Shot post for Nixick. Up top, Vold. Vold. Good play by Adams to win that battle and poke it out to neutral ice. 45 seconds left. Thrown into the near corner, Diddle. Diddle throws up top. Glove down by Martinson. Martinson will send it all the way down. Final half a minute. 25 seconds of which the Toros will spend shorthanded. Roll starts up ice. 20 seconds on the man advantage. Well, Brad, it's a new record. And a year of new records for the Toros.
It's been a fun year, and hopefully we can add another 2 points tomorrow night.
38 wins on the season, as that's a shot block by Diddle. That stung him. It caromed out to neutral ice. And the horn will sound to end it. "4-1 is the final. 38 wins. 38 wins, a new franchise record. Brad and Blake will recap it all for you with the Farmers Union postgame show after these messages here on the Minatoros Network.
Toros forward Zach Cross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300. Fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com.
An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance postgame show. Toros take this one by a score of 4-1 with 2 goals in the third period. Boy, it looked like the Toros really took control of that third period. We really were hungry for the 2 points.
Yeah, that was a real good third period for the Toros, and just a balanced attack that third period, and they got a couple gritty good goals there and from unlikely scoring sources, and hey, that's a big win. 2 more points. It's a franchise record 38th win for the Toros in the season, and that's quite an accomplishment for the first place, for the first time ever, first place Minot Minotauros. Taking a look at the scoring and penalty summary in the third period. In the third period for penalties at the 12:31 mark, coincidental ruffians for Minnesota Wilderness skater Jesse Fabry and Jake Diddle of Minot. 2 minutes roughing for each, and that was at the 13:31 mark. At the 17:55 mark, Austin Kostick, a slashing call for Minot. Those are the penalties for the third, and you know, like you said, Minot scored 2 goals in the second period. First one coming at the 3:24 mark when Spencer Zwiner scored his 6th of the year, and it was a fun one for him because he's worked really, really hard these last few weeks and was able to, sneak a good rebound in past, and fun to see him get a goal. And then at the 8:45 mark, hard-working Austin Koss got his 4th of the year with an assist from Miroslav Mucha, and that put the Toros up 4-1 there, and cruise control from there on.
You know, the Toros are in action tomorrow night against the same team, Minnesota Wilderness, at 7:30. Should we expect the same intensity level tomorrow?
I do. Actually, I expect more. I think, I know tomorrow night's points don't mean anything at all, but with Aberdeen winning tonight, and that's kind of puts the Wilderness need 1 more point still, so they have something to play for, and the Toros want to be firing on all cylinders heading into the playoffs, so there's a lot to play for tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 7:30, pregame show, Liberty attacked 3 stars of the game, Brad.
Just taking a look at the 3 stars of the night, I thought Austin Martinson had a great night, and I gave him the 3rd star. He had a goal, and just a good, hard-working night for him. Number 2, Zwiner got a beautiful rebound goal, and it was fun to see him get that, and I got him down for the number 2 star. And the number 1 star is the guy that's in and out of the lineup, got voted by the players the hardest working Toro this year. It's Austin Koss with his 4th of the year, and he had the 4th goal, and it was a fun one for him, and got the place rocking and solidified the win here tonight. So I got Austin Koss as the number 1.
Tomorrow night, 7:30, you can catch the pregame show at 7:20 here. Thanks for listening to the game on 1390 KRZ AM radio, hockeytv.com, and prostyleproduction.com. It's been a pleasure. You're listening to the Toro Radio Network.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date with all things Toros. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Farmers Union Insurance, Integrity Outdoor Living, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, Planet Pizza, Pro Style Production, and Coulter Energy. Minot Minotauros Hockey. Join the charge.